From the Visions Veterans Memorial Arena in Binghamton, New York, it's Game 3 of the Commissioner's Cup Finals between the Carolina Thunderbirds and the Binghamton Black Bears. For the second straight year, Carolina comes in to upstate New York, trailing in this best-of-5 series 2-0. They're looking for a much different result here in 2025 from a year ago, back here against the Binghamton Black Bears. It's Game 3 of the Commissioner's Cup Finals, the Thunderbirds and Black Bears, coming up here in just a little bit here on Thunderbirds TV and on WTOB. Welcome inside the Visions Veterans Memorial Arena for the first time here this evening. Brendan Riley with you here on Thunderbirds TV and on WTOB. Well, once again, Carolina, their backs against the walls, and now they're going to have to try to do something that doesn't happen very often in the Commissioner's Cup Finals. They're going to have to win all 3 games here in Binghamton this weekend if they want to come away with their second Commissioner Cup in franchise history. Carolina at home last weekend fell 4-1 in Game 1. Turnovers plagued the Thunderbirds in Game 1 at home. In Game 2, Carolina fell 1-0. Zach Sirota got the lone goal there last Saturday at the Fairgrounds Arena on a questionable no offside call, that is. So Carolina now will look to try to be able to bounce back. Last year, they got off to a good start in Game 3 up here in Binghamton before the Black Bears took over. They're looking to try to be able to come out, silence this sold-out crowd that are expecting their second straight Commissioner's Cup title. Well, the Thunderbirds and the Black Bears coming up here in just a little bit here from upstate New York. Thunderbirds looking to keep their season alive and force a Game 4 right back here tomorrow evening. We'll run into a timeout and come back with more on the other side of this here on Thunderbirds Pregame. This is Thunderbirds Hockey.
Maple Chase Golf and Country Club offers the best in recreational amenities in the Triad. Come enjoy a meal at the Pinebrook Bar and Grill, relax by our pool and cabana, and gear up at the Pro Shop while sharpening your skills on our 9,000 square foot putting green, and play around on our 18-hole Ellis Maples Design Championship Golf Course. You can find out more at maplechasecc.com. That's maplechasecc.com.
Introducing Flow Rewards, the exclusive rewards program for Flow Automotive customers. With Flow Rewards, every vehicle purchase and service visit earns you points towards future maintenance on your vehicle. To start earning and redeeming Flow Rewards points, download Flow Garage, make an account, and add your vehicle. If your account is already set up with your vehicle, you'll start earning rewards points automatically. Add family members to your household to earn Flow Rewards points together. Don't miss out. Download the Flow Garage app to start earning Flow Rewards points with your next service visit or vehicle purchase.
Avis Cupcakes is once again a proud sponsor of the 24-25 Carolina Thunderbirds. And just like the Birds, they are a true fan favorite. Weddings, events, corporate, and more. Avis Cupcakes help you score and score. When the Birds are playing either home or away, stop by Avis and make your day. Win or lose, you'll cheer the same. Avis treats will sweeten every game.
Back here at the Visions Veterans Memorial Arena, Carolina and Binghamton getting ready to go here for Game 3 of this best-of-5 Commissioner's Cup Finals. It's a 2-0 series lead for the Black Bears. The Commissioner's Cup is in the building here this evening. Carolina trying to prevent a celebration here in Binghamton in front of a sold-out crowd. Looking back at game number 2 last Saturday at home, it was Binghamton, the 1-0 victory. Zach Sirota got the lone goal last Saturday in the second period, 7 minutes in. It was unassisted. That was the only point we had last Saturday in Winston-Salem. Yes, there was a questionable no offsides called by the linesman that led to the goal, but No review at the blue lines here in the FBHL, so not much you can do about that if you're Carolina, if you think that it was an offside call. But now they have to be able to transition. The two netminders last Saturday were absolutely spectacular. Connor McAnanima for Binghamton, Boris Babick for Carolina. The two with a combined 85 shots on them. They stopped a combined 84, the one lone goal coming from Sirota there in the second period. There was 24 penalty minutes combined. Both sides went 0 for 4 on the power play back in Game 2. Carolina's 0 for 5 this series on the power play. Binghamton did not have a power play opportunity in Game 1. That was their first power play opportunity of the series back last Saturday. They're 0 for 4 here this year. Well, Carolina and Binghamton now, you take a look at this series, and it's been Binghamton that's dominated the Thunderbirds. Binghamton has won the last 6 meetings dating back to Game 1 of last year's finals. They've outscored Carolina 19-10 over that stretch. They've outscored them 9-4 in the first period. Carolina was able to hold the Black Bears to 1 last Saturday. That was the first time since Game 2 of the Commissioner's Cup Finals that Carolina had allowed 3 or less goals, or less than 3 goals in the Commissioner's Cup Finals dated back to Game 2 against Danbury. But the big question and the big issue is the offensive production. Carolina in 3 games this season against the Black Bears only has 1 goal. That was Zach White's in Game 1 last Saturday. Thunderbirds were shut out here in Binghamton back on March 15th, 1-0 here at the Visions Veterans Memorial Arena. Carolina trying to keep its season alive on the other side. Binghamton trying to end it in another sweep of the Thunderbirds here this year. We'll take a look at the Binghamton Black Bears coming up on the other side of this timeout. This is Thunderbirds hockey.
Flo Cadillac is a proud sponsor of the Carolina Thunderbirds. Visit 1400 South Stratford Road for a free test drive, or go online to flowcadillac.com to schedule a sales or service appointment.
Looking to exceed your real estate expectations? Meet Jennifer Sapp, passionate about real estate. Jennifer works with all clients because regardless of property value, every transaction is important to you, and that matters to her. She's been a proud sponsor of the Carolina Thunderbirds, supporting the community she loves. A consistent top producer, she's been helping people buy and renovate homes into their dream spaces. Call 336-782-3148 or visit jennifersapp.allentate.com. For over 85 years, Mustin and Crutchfield has been more than just a local market. We've been a proud part of North Carolina's heritage. When our founders started in 1938, they sourced meats from local farmers and groceries from small companies. Finding a way to stay competitive in this market has been a challenge through the years. Luckily, there are a lot of entrepreneurs, and now we have close to 50 local vendors that we feature. We're proud to partner with the Carolina Thunderbirds as a local sponsor, celebrating community values both on and off the ice. Mustin and Crutchfield, your hometown local grocer.
Carolina and Binghamton, Game 3 of the Commissioner's Cup Finals. Brendan Riley with you here on Thunderbirds TV and on WTOB. Carolina with their backs against the walls here in the 2025 Commissioner's Cup Finals against this Binghamton Black Bears side that has had their number. Speaking of the Binghamton Black Bears, take a look at some of their top performers here in this postseason. Donald Oliveri is leading the team with 8 points here in these Commissioner's Cup playoffs, but Oliveri does not have a point in this series. He had 3 goals and 5 assists before Game 1 of the finals last Friday. Tyson Kirkby had a goal back in Game 1, 4 goals and 2 assists for the captain of the Black Bears. Gavin Yates, the 2-time Commissioner Cup final MVP. He's got 6 points, 4 goals and 2 assists. Daniel Stone, a pair of goals and an assist, as well as Kyle Steffen, who has a goal and 3 assists here this postseason. But while the production has been pretty balanced for Binghamton, they've had the man in net that has been absolutely terrific for Binghamton here across the last 2 seasons and 2 postseasons as well. As Connor McAnanima, he's going to get the start here in Game 3, 6-1-0 in these playoffs, at an .072 goals against average and a .974 save percentage for the Agawam, Massachusetts native. In Game 2, saved 42 out of 42 shots. In Game 1, saved 34 out of 35. In his playoffs career, McAnanima is 13-1-0 with a .175 goals against average and a .941 save percentage. He is 5-0 in his finals career. And he hasn't let anyone score here in Binghamton all playoffs. Shutout in Game 2 against Watertown. Shutouts in Game 2 and Game 3 against Port Huron. McAnanima has stopped 126 out of his last 127 shots that he's seen. And now the Thunderbirds are going to have to try to figure him out here this evening if they want to spoil the party here in Game 3 at the Visions Veterans Memorial Arena and try to force a Game 4 coming up tomorrow evening, scheduled for 7 p.m. right back here in Binghamton. What does Carolina have left in the tank here this evening? They're going to have to try to be able to find something here across the course of 60 minutes here at a place that is very, very tough to play. Binghamton has not lost at home since December 6th. They've won 23 straight here in their home barn. So all the numbers and all the stats are going the opposite way Carolina wants. They have a little magic in them here tonight in Game 3 to try to be able to force a Game 4 tomorrow and keep their season alive. We take a look at the Carolina Thunderbirds coming up on the other side of this timeout. This is Thunderbirds hockey.
Whitey, what are you doing? We got to go.
Dude, what do I do with my dog?
Oh, just take him to the pet barn.
For reasonable prices on grooming, boarding, and dog daycare, choose the Pet Barn, located at 7844 Blues Creek Road in Blues Creek. The Pet Barn, proud partners of the Carolina Thunderbirds. Get into the swing of things at Tee It Up Indoors. Offering 3 simulators, over 11,000 virtual courses, lessons, club fittings, and a variety of snacks and beverages, Tee It Up Indoors is the place to go and work on your game. Call us at 336-285-7823 or visit our website at teeitupindoors.net.
Finish strong. Start here. Atrium Health Wake Forest Baptist.
When it comes to performance, speed matters, just like on the ice. Introducing same-day dental crowns right here at Twin Oaks Dentistry. With cutting-edge technology, we craft crowns on site, eliminating the need for temporary. As proud sponsors of the Carolina Thunderbirds, we understand the need for top-notch performance. We're more than just dental care. We're your partners in achieving your best smile.
Carolina and Binghamton coming up here at the top of the hour here from Binghamton, New York. Brendan Riley with you as we continue here on Thunderbirds pregame here for Game 3. Thunderbirds trailing the series 2-0. Good thing for Carolina, they've been pretty good in franchise history in elimination games. Thunderbirds 8-2-2 all-time in elimination games in their Commissioner's Cup playoff history. 21-17 all-time are the Thunderbirds in the postseason. 14-7 at home, 7-10 on the road, though. And Carolina's trying to add to those 7 wins on the road away from home here this evening. Carolina, though, has had their struggles in the Commissioner's Cup final. They have now lost 8 straight Commissioner's Cup finals game dating back to Game 3 against Danbury in Danbury. Game 2 was the first time Carolina has allowed less than 3 goals since Game 2 of that 2023 finals. They've allowed 12 first-period goals over that stretch. They allowed 2 back last Friday, but then the lone goal came last Saturday in period number 2. Well, the Thunderbirds need a little jump offensively. We take a look at the lines here tonight for head coach Steve Harrison. Switching things up with the forwards. Roman Kramer, Gus Ford, and Dawson Baker are the first line here this evening. Jan Salak, Peter Banachik, and Jacob Schnapp, they comprise of the second line. John Batista, Nate Keeley, and Zach White are the third line this evening, with Dimitri Selyutin making his first appearance since April 5th here this evening. He's the 10th forward for head coach Steve Harrison. Joe Kennedy, James Farmer, Clay Keeley, Yuri Pastuka, Gordon Whalen, and Jordan Gagnon are the 6 defensemen. And Boris Babic is going to back up Mario Cavalieri here this evening. Cavalieri in these playoffs 3-2-0 with a 2.02 goals against average and a .941 save percentage. He saved 32 shots on 36 saves back in Game 1 in his playoffs career. Cavalieri 5-5-0 with the 257 goals against average and a .925 save percentage for the Mississauga, Ontario native. Saved 34 out of 35 shots up here in Binghamton in March in that 1-0 loss for the Thunderbirds. So Carolina here tonight, they're looking to try to be able to keep its season alive as they show the highlights from last year's Commissioner's Cup finals. Binghamton raising the cup. That's why you get the little rise of the crowd here. We're about 14 minutes away from puck drop here for Game 3 of the Commissioner's Cup Finals. Carolina with their backs against the wall here going into game number 3. How's head coach Steve Harrison feeling heading into a must-win for the Thunderbirds? You'll hear from him coming up on the other side of this timeout. This is Thunderbirds Hockey.
Gwin Services has been serving North Carolina for over 50 years, ensuring the safety and comfort of our customers' homes. We take pride in bringing together the best electricians, plumbers, and heating and cooling technicians to bring convenience and unbeatable value to our customers. Life can be hectic. What better way to simplify than to have one company you trust to take care of all of your home's repair needs? Since 1972, integrity and customer satisfaction have been at the heart of everything we do. We are proud to have built a name our neighbors trust, one that provides peace of mind and a service that can be relied on, today, tomorrow, and for years to come. Thank you for trusting Gwin Services with your home. We are proud to stand behind the work we do every single day to serve our friends and neighbors here in North Carolina. We are Gwin Services. One call does it all.
Maple Chase Golf and Country Club offers the best in recreational amenities in the Triad. Come enjoy a meal at the Pine Brook Bar and Grill, relax by our pool and cabana, and gear up at the Pro Shop while sharpening your skills on our 9,000 square foot putting green and play around on our 18-hole Ellis Maples Design Championship Golf Course. You can find out more at maplechasecc.com. That's maplechasecc.com. Back here on Thunderbirds pregame, getting you set for Game 3 of the Commissioner's Cup Final. Carolina and Binghamton, the Black Bears, a 2-0 series lead. And, Coach, for the second year in a row, your side comes up here down 2-0 in the series. The message this week's been just take it one game at a time. What does that start with?
Well, we just got to play the first shift, and then we got to take after that. We can't look ahead too far, and I know it's an old cliche, but that's how we're going to have to play it. And, but we just got to be ready, and we got to look at ourselves in the mirror at the end of the game and tell us that we gave everything we had, and if we do that, then as I said earlier in the week, we'll give ourselves a chance. But if we're not here on all cylinders, and your mind's not here 150%, then it could be a tough night for us. So I think the guys we've had a good week. I think everyone's in a good frame of mind, and we're going to give it our best tomorrow. And if we have to shorten the bench or we have to do certain things tomorrow night, we're going to. And I want guys that are going to come, and as I said, I believe in this team, and I believe that we're going to put our best foot forward.
1 goal in 3 games against them this year. What change needs to be made, or is it just one of those things that's just not going your way, or what do you guys have to do to generate a little bit more?
Well, we have to get in the dirty areas. We talked about that too, and the other night we got in the dirty areas, and then we had the whole net and missed it and didn't score. So when we get our chances, or we get a 2-on-1, or we get an opportunity to shoot the puck, we've got to shoot the puck, and the other guy's got to go to the net and make it hard on them, and just be creative that way. And as I said, that's where we're lacking. Our puck control and everything like that has been good. It's just when the last 15 feet, we just got to get dirty. And when we do get an opportunity, we like to pass. We can't pass. We got to shoot the puck and get a rebound or go off our butt or something like that, and hopefully something clicks.
Against this side, what do they do that gives you guys challenges?
Well, they're quick. They're quick, and they work hard, and that makes them better. And as I said, if you looked at the game on Saturday night, we worked just as hard, and it was an awesome game. If we play the way we did Friday night and tentative and not willing to work like we can, then it's going to be tough. So we got to work our tails off, play the way we can play, with the puck, without the puck, and as I said, hopefully if we do that, something will happen.
They're expecting a sellout crowd here. It'll be raucous. What would a fast start for your side do?
Well, no question. I mean, we can't come out and let them score right off the bat. And if we come out and, as I said, just play and make the game simple. Like, we don't have to do anything fancy. And as I said, I'm going to put a little emphasis on the start tomorrow night, but it's more or less, if some guys don't see the ice, they'll know why. And so we're just going to have to bear down, and the guys that are willing to pay the price tomorrow night, they'll be playing.
We saw both netminders last weekend. Who are you going with in Game 3?
Well, Mario's going to go tomorrow, and we'll give him a shot at it. As I said, both goalies have played great. I can't complain. Mario lost on Friday, but, we didn't play in front of him. And then, the guys played for Boris the next night, and, we didn't win. So we're going to go back to Mario and see what we can do.
Well, Coach, I appreciate the time, and best of luck to you here.
Thanks very much.
That's head coach Steve Harrison. We got starters coming up on the other side of this timeout. This is Thunderbirds
rewards
hockey
program for Flow Automotive customers. With Flow Rewards, every vehicle purchase and service visit earns you points towards future maintenance on your vehicle. To start earning and redeeming Flow Rewards points, download Flow Garage, make an account, and add your vehicle. If your account is already set up with your vehicle, you'll start earning rewards points automatically. Add family members to your household to earn Flow Rewards points together. Don't miss out. Download the Flow Garage app to start earning Flow Rewards points with your next service visit or vehicle purchase.
Avis Cupcakes is once again a proud sponsor of the 24-25 Carolina Thunderbirds. And just like the Birds, they are a true fan favorite. Weddings, events, corporate, and more. Avis Cupcakes help you score and score. When the Birds are playing either home or away, stop by Avis and make your day. Win or lose, you'll cheer the same. Avis treats will sweeten every game.
Flo Cadillac is a proud sponsor of the Carolina Thunderbirds. Visit 1400 South Stratford Road for a free test drive. Or go online to flowcadillac.com to schedule a sales or service appointment.
Back here at the Visions Veterans Memorial Arena, we got Game 3 just around the corner. Binghamton leading the Carolina Thunderbirds 2-0 in this best-of-5 Commissioners Cup Finals. The starters first for the visiting Carolina Thunderbirds: Gus Ford, Roman Kramer, Dawson Baker, the forwards. It will be James Farmer and Joe Kennedy, the defensemen. Mario Cavalieri starts in net. For the Binghamton Black Bears, you'll have Gavin Yates, Donald Oliveri, and Kyle Steffen. Dan Weaver, Jesse Anderson, same 5 starting skaters for head coach Brant Sherwood. And then it's Connor McAnanima in net for the Black Bears once again here tonight. Carolina tries to keep its season alive. Coming up on the other side of this timeout, this is Thunderbirds hockey.
Looking to exceed your real estate expectations? Meet Jennifer Sapp, passionate about real estate. Jennifer works with all clients because regardless of property value, every transaction is important to you, and that matters to her. She's been a proud sponsor of the Carolina Thunderbirds, supporting the community she loves. A consistent top producer, she's been helping people buy and renovate homes into their dream spaces. Call 336-782-3148 or visit jennifersapp.allentate.com. For over 85 years, Mustin and Crutchfield has been more than just a local market. We've been a proud part of North Carolina's heritage. When our founders started in 1938, they sourced meats from local farmers and groceries from small companies. Finding a way to stay competitive in this market has been a challenge through the years. Luckily, there are a lot of entrepreneurs, and now we have close to 50 local vendors that we feature. We're proud to partner with the Carolina Thunderbirds as a local sponsor, celebrating community values both on and off the ice. Mustin and Crutchfield, your hometown local grocer.
Back here in Winston-Salem, closing in on puck drop. The Thunderbirds in...
Score unanswered for Carolina.
I love it here, the fans are amazing.
Joe Kennedy makes this play, man. Here's White on the forehand, scores! Locked off of the draw in the slot, save, rebound, tapped home by Pastuca. The hat trick for Gus Ford makes it 4-1 Thunderbirds. For the Visions Veterans Memorial Arena in Binghamton, New York, it's Game 3 of the Commissioners Cup Finals as the Carolina Thunderbirds trail the Binghamton Black Bears 2-0 here in this best-of-5 series. Carolina looks to keep its season alive here tonight and force a Game 4 tomorrow evening. But on the other side, the Commissioners Cup is in the building, and Binghamton's trying to sweep Carolina for the second straight year. Alongside Oliver Baudouin, Brendan Riley with you here high above the ice at the Visions Veterans Memorial Arena. Expected sellout crowd here tonight in Binghamton, New York, as the Black Bears faithful are trying to see their side win their second straight Commissioners Cup. But there's about 19 guys in white sweaters that are trying to prevent this evening. Game 1, 4-1 victory for Binghamton last Friday. Turnovers plagued Carolina in Game 1. It was a 1-0 defeat for the Thunderbirds in Game 2 last Saturday at home. Zach Sirota had the lone goal of the evening 7 minutes into the second period. And now the Thunderbirds, for the second straight year, come to Binghamton trailing 2-0 in this best-of-5. They're trying to avoid being swept for the second straight year. It's time for our national anthem.
Please welcome the United States Army National Guard. Performing God Bless America, please welcome McKinley Shines.
God bless America, land that I love. Stand beside her and guide her through the night with the light from above. From the mountains to the prairies to the oceans, wide with foam. God bless America, my home, sweet home. God bless America, my home, sweet home.
And now, to honor our country with the Star-Spangled Banner, please welcome lead vocalist of local band The Look, Kathy Krausgruber.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free? And the home of the brave.
Good job, McKinley Shines and Kathy Krausgruber.
Our national anthem this evening here at the Visions Veterans Memorial Arena, and God Bless America, ahead of puck drop here for Game 3 of the Commissioners Cup Finals. Carolina is going to go with Gus Ford, Roman Kramer, Dawson Baker, the forwards to start. Joe Kennedy and James Farmer, the defenseman. Mario Cavalieri gets his second start here in this series. Got the start in Game 1, saved 32 out of 36 shots in the Game 1 4-1 loss. He's still searching for his first finals win in his FPHL history. On the other side, for the Binghamton Black Bears, same starters we saw last weekend in both games in Winston-Salem. Gavin Yates, Donald Oliveri, Kyle Steffen, the forward, Stan Weaver, Jesse Anderson, the defenseman, and Connor McAnanima is the starter between the pipes for Brant Sherwood. Sherwood looking for his second Commissioner's Cup as the head coach of the Black Bears. Connor McAnanima, the netminder for Binghamton, has not allowed a goal here in Binghamton in these 2025 Commissioner's Cup playoffs. Does that change here tonight? Well, we're set. Can Carolina spoil the party here in Game 3 and keep its season alive? We're underway in Game 3 here from the Visions Veterans Memorial Arena. Carolina We'll start with Roman Kramer. A quick shot on McAnanima, saved as he held his far post. Kramer looks to cycle it back around. Jesse Anderson cuts it off and slips it back in to Dan Weaver. He plays it up the near side. Gavin Yates spun to the ice by Gus Ford. He'll recontrol as Weaver goes far side to Donald Oliveri. Tied for first in points with Alex Storjahan of Columbus with 8 here in these playoffs. Does not have a point in this series, though. Jacob Schnapp at the red line, trying to tip it past Jesse Anderson. Jan Salak steps in, weaves his way up the far side. Salak trying to get a backhand away. Pinballed around behind the cage. Banachik looked to throw it out far post. Banachik trying to jam it at the far kick plate. Comes back out. A quick shot from Keeley and a glove save by McAnanima. Gets a couple of early saves here within the first 52 seconds. Jan Solak tonight playing in his 42nd Commissioner's Cup playoff game. Yuri Pestuka is lined up at the blue line playing in his 45th. Those two have now played in the most Commissioner's Cup playoff games in league history. Pestuka with 45 and Solak with 42. Salak trying to feed Banachik out in front. Dakota Bond took it away. Tyson Kirkby gains the red line and dumps it in. Mario Cavalieri gets his first touch of the evening. So it comes out to the near point. Bond is shot when intentionally wide. Comes back off the side of the apron. Coming away with it, Austin Thompson, who has it on the backhand at the far half wall. Flips it out to the point. Solak wrestles it away from him, pokes it into the attacking zone. Daniel Stone goes back to take it as Dakota Bond surveys. Dakota Bond with 64 points in the regular season does not have a point here in these Commissioner's Cup playoffs. Last year's defenseman of the year, Tyson Kirkby into the attacking zone, goes near side. Thompson kicked it to himself, throw it in front. Cavalieri makes a save, rebound, pinballing around. But Tita comes out of the chaos and starts up the near side. He fires it in on McAnanima. Gagnon gets to the rebound, sends it behind the net. Batita dummied, left it as it travels into the near half wall. Going away with it, Blake Tosto. He had a goal back in game 1, trying to play a pass to himself, crunched into the boards by Nate Keeley as Gagnon snaps it back. He split Nate Keeley and John Batita as Scott Ramekers fires it up the far side. It's dumped in by Nicholas Swain. Swain trying to find it at the far post, comes back out, top of the slot. Anderson, he'll circle, goes near side to Ramekers, pass just out in front of Cameron Clark. Dawson Baker trying to shovel it along, came out into the slot. Nate Keeley corrals, Kramer saucered it. Gagnon took a big shoulder from Ramekers right at center ice. So over 2.5 minutes gone here in game 3. Binghamton leading this best of 5 Commissioner's Cup finals. Jesse Anderson slides it far side to Gavin Yates. He puts the brakes on and rims this one around. Baker trying to chop at it. Feeds it back all the way over to the far half wall. Yates chips it along. Keeley battling. Stepping in and taking it away was James Farmer. Quick touch pass up to Kramer. Feeds Gus Ford in stride. Ford up the near side. A shot blocked by Bond. Evades the referee, that's Ron Johnson, as Yates tries to poke it up the near side. Tipped away by Schnapp, recontrolled. Evaded a hit from Schnapp, found Oliveri, couldn't hang on to the puck in the attacking zone, and Gus Ford corrals. Ford had 2 goals in the first period in this game last year in Game 3. Carolina fell 4-3, and were swept out of last year's Commissioner's Cup Finals. Salak able to come out of the scrum with Kennedy and Thompson. Schnapp feeds it up the far wall. Stone tried to apply a hit on Salak. Evades him again. Gets it to Panachik at the half wall. Had it poke checked away by C.J. Stubbs. Stubbs across center ice. Sends this one in. Behind the net, Stubbs and Kennedy. They go to the glass. Pestuka able to work it free. Lost an edge in the corner from his knees. Able to get it out, but it comes right to Dan Weber. Weber a shot. Cavalieri able to fight it off. Kennedy battling against Thompson. He comes away with it on the backhand. Slides it to Jan Salak. Finds White with a step at the blue line. Here's Zach White. A shot saved by McAnanima. He gets crunched into the end board. Salak had a kick off of his skates. Panachik poked it. Stubbs took it away. Stubbs with Panachik getting back. And an offside is called. Here with 15:33 remaining in this first period, which is presented by First Bank. A good look for Zach White down in the attacking zone. He had the lone goal for Carolina against Binghamton in 3 games here this year.
Black Bears, fans 21 and over, of course.
Faceoff's going to come across from the Thunderbirds bench. Nate Keeley wins the draw. The third line out there right now for the Thunderbirds. Batita lost it at his skates as Dan Weaver takes it behind his netminder. Trying to evade both Batita and Nate Keeley. Batita shoves him into the corner glass. Fires it back behind the net. Keeley had it poked away. Chris Mott chipping it up the far wall. Morrisville on Morrisville crime there as Mott and Farmer collided. Mott with a step up the far side. Forgot the puck. They say he's onside. Slung behind the net. It's Zach Soroto had the lone goal in game 2. His backhand deflected away by Gagnon. Chipped up the near wall. Anderson. That's Jesse Anderson at it for a second before Zach White takes it away. White trying to weave his way through the neutral zone. He surveys and dumps it in. 14:40 to go here in the first period. We're scoreless here in game 3 in Binghamton. Clay Keeley looks up the far side. Dawson Baker had trouble at Daniel Stone. It takes a seat on the ice. Baker chipping at it before it's eventually flipped up the wall. Shovels it right back. Kramer trying to settle it down. He had a step if he could cleanly. Instead, it's slung back around by Kyle Steffen and Dakota Bond. Starts up the near side from behind his own net. Bond through the middle of the zone. Nearly lost an edge as well. Fired it up. Clay Keeley stepped into Donald Oliveri at the blue line. They got it in as Pastuca fires it to the near boards. Baker finds Clay Keeley. Played far side. It's Kramer, a shot saved by McAnanima. Rebound goes into the corner and is taken by Daniel Stone. Here comes Gavin Yates. They say they're onside. That looked like it was an offside. They got Oliveri was a tad early. It's chipped out to the point. Dakota Bond sends it near side. Ramaker's a one-timer. Sailed it high. That one pinballs into the protective netting and out of play. Here with 13:39 remaining in this First Bank first period. We're scoreless here in game 3. This is Thunderbirds hockey.
Whitey, what are you doing? We got to go. Dude, what do I do with my dog?
Oh, just take him to the pet barn.
For reasonable prices on grooming, boarding, and dog daycare, choose the Pet Barn, located at 7844 Blues Creek Road in Blues Creek. The Pet Barn, proud partners of the Carolina Thunderbirds. Get into the swing of things at Tee It Up Indoors. Offering 3 simulators, over 11,000 virtual courses, lessons, club fittings, and a variety of snacks and beverages, Tee It Up Indoors is the place to go and work on your game. Call us at 336-285-7823 or visit our website at teeitupindoors.net.
Scoreless 13:39 remains here in the first period in Binghamton. Here in Game 3 of the Commissioner's Cup Finals. Brendan Riley with you here on Thunderbirds TV and on WTOB. It's going to be a face-off coming to the right of Mario Cavalieri, who last year in Game 3 saved 34 out of 37 shots in the 4-3 Game 3 loss. Face-off goes to the near half wall. Yuri Pastuca pokes it to Clay Keeley. Here comes Jan Salak. Banks it off of the glass. This one goes errant and goes for an icing. So that's going to bring the face-off back down 200 feet here. This Thunderbirds side coming into tonight, 1 goal in 180 minutes of play against the Black Bears this season. The lone goal coming about 8.5 minutes into Game 1. Zach White from John Batista and Gus Ford. Other than that, the man down at the other end in 72 in black has been a wall here. Face-off cleanly won. Ramaker's a shot, zipped it wide. Dan Weaver holds it in at the point. Fires it down the near side. Clay Keeley trying to get it out to the neutral zone. Peter Vanacek steps in. He's 2-on-1 with Salak. Vanacek trying to drag a shot. Ramakers went down to a knee, kept it in. Pasuka lost an edge of the blue line. Ramakers to the outside, plays a pass to himself. Goes cross ice. Kirkby got it on the backhand. If he was a righty, that's probably a 1-0 lead for the Black Bears. Dimitri Selyewen kicks it up to the blue line. Vanacek holds on to it. Across, chipped along, popped up in the air. Kirkby able to clear, threw it right up to the skates of Stubbs. A nice job in the neutral zone by Jordan Gagnon as he smokes it right back down. Remains scoreless, 12:45 to go here in this first period. We're in Game 3 of the Commissioners' Cup Finals. Binghamton a 2-0 series lead. Gagnon from the point into the skates of Dan Weber. He's able to hold it in at the blue line. Whiffed, got it to Selyewen, fired it down low for White. Banked out to the point, Gagnon. Whiffed again. White able to take it back. He holds, fires it in, looking for a tip from Selyewen. Went wide. Farmer throws it in. Went off of bodies, and it's taken away by Dan Weber. Weber able to flip it out to the neutral zone. Joe Kennedy takes it back for Carolina. Shots 4-3 here in this one in favor of the Thunderbirds. White fires it along. Kramer was just a half second early into the attacking zone, and an offside is called here at 12:07 remaining in this first period. So the face-off is going to come in front of the Black Bears bench. Binghamton has not lost at home going back to December 6th. That was a loss against the Port Huron Prowlers. They won 23 in a row here at the Visions Veterans Memorial Arena. Carolina takes the draw. Gordon Whalen fires it up to Roman Kramer, tips it into the attacking zone. Daniel Stone goes and skates it down, evades Gus Ford, banks it up the far wall, and Nicholas Swain looking cross ice, banks a pass to Cameron Clark, trying to dance around Kennedy, got a backhand away. Cavalieri sticked it into the corner. Chris Mott will cycle it back around. Kennedy cuts it off, battling at the near half wall. Coming away with it, Clark, a shot off the shoulder of Cavalieri. Karams over to the far half wall. A quick rebound attempt by Stone was knocked down as Kennedy feeds it up to Ford at the blue line, tips it in on Macadamia. Here come the Black Bears the other way quickly. It's Mott across the blue line, held up by Salak, kicks it to himself, evaded a hit from Stone. It's Ford now into the attacking zone. Ford to the outside, sent one through the top of the blue paint, comes out to the top of the zone. Keeley from the far point, his shot deflected wide and off of the end glass. Binghamton looking to clear, and they will, as Ford will go back to take it for the Thunderbirds. 9 minutes gone here in the first period. It's Schnapp on a long stretch feed from Ford, and it poked away, and it's taken by Gavin Yates. Yates, Commissioner's Cup Final MVP last year, and with Watertown a few years back, a shot gloved by Cavalieri. He holds on to that. Here with 10:45 remaining in this first.
Fans, don't forget to get your Excite Motorsports Chukka Pucks on the main concourse. Tonight's Chukka Puck grand prize is an authentic and
Cavalieri 3-2-0 in these playoffs. A 2.02 goals against average and a 941 save percentage. Got the Game 1 victory against Blue Ridge. Won Games 2 and Game 3 against the River Dragons in the Continental Division Final. Face-off won cleanly, but it splits the defenseman for the Black Bears as they have to retreat. Salak pokes a pass from Gavin Yates. Dan Weaver skates it down, slides it to Jesse Anderson, flipped it in the middle of the zone. Keeley comes away with it. A shot deflected, comes back out. Pasuka got his stick lifted from behind by Oliveri, who swats a backhand cross ice, and Salak will settle down the loose puck. 10:22 to go here in the first. Clay Keeley to Joe Kennedy. Couldn't hang on to it, able to get out of the zone though, as Binghamton re-controls. Here's Gavin Yates. Doesn't see anything and will bring it behind his netminder. Yates slides one to Kirkby. Kicked it to himself, the lefty to the outside. Zipped one wide. It goes off of the corner boards. And it's taken by Dimitri Selyewen. Selyewen playing in his first game since April 5th against Port Huron. Jesse Anderson across the blue line onside. It's Kirkby right back to Anderson. A save by Cavalieri. Extends the stick. He was jammed at. He's able to cover with 9:36 remaining here in this first period. Cavalieri being tested here early on. He's up for it. We remain scoreless in Game 1. Game 3. This is Thunderbirds Hockey.
Finish strong. Start here. Atrium Health Wake Forest Baptist.
When it comes to performance, speed matters, just like on the ice. Introducing same-day dental crowns right here at Twin Oaks Dentistry. With cutting-edge technology, we craft crowns on site, eliminating the need for temporary. As proud sponsors of the Carolina Thunderbirds, we understand the need for top-notch performance. We're more than just dental care. We're your partners in achieving your best smile.
9:36 remains here in this first bank first period. Carolina and Binghamton scoreless here in Game 3 of the Commissioners Cup Finals. Brendan Riley with you here on Carolina Thunderbirds TV and on WTOB. It's going to be a face-off to the right of Mario Cavalieri, who saved 7 out of 7 so far here tonight. Gus Ford wins the draw. Roman Kramer looking to clear the zone, fired it right off of the skates of Kirkby. Poked along. Here's a 3-on-1 for Carolina. It's Ford on the backhand, and he scores! Gus Ford gets his first of the Commissioners Cup Finals and puts Carolina ahead 1-0 here in Game 3. That's the first goal allowed at home in these playoffs by Connor McAnanama. He was coming in with 3 shutouts here at home. Thunderbirds lead here in Game 3 in Binghamton as we're back underway. A 1-0 lead for Carolina. Roman Kramer will get an assist. And an offside here off of the restart. Gus Ford scored the first 2 goals in Game 3 last year. And he's able to find the back of the net. 10:37 into this first period. Roman Kramer gets his first point since the first round, and James Farmer gets his first assist of these playoffs. Face-off coming in front of the Thunderbirds bench. It's Panachik and Kirkby for the draw. They battle in front of the Thunderbirds bench. Pasuka snaps it back to his D partner, Clay Keeley. Banked up the far wall. Ramekers tipped it out to center ice. Salak tried to come away with it. Instead, it's CJ Stubbs up the far side. Stubbs a shot, went wide. Comes all the way back out to the neutral zone. Jesse Anderson with a backhand to Scott Ramekers. Thompson across the blue line, trying to feed it back for Stubbs. Snapped it to Anderson, walking in, a save by Cavalieri. Anderson had 12 goals in the regular season. He was trying to beat Cavalieri high over the glove. The trapper Tsuka there for 72 in white. Black Bears win the draw. It's Anderson again. His shot pinballed around. Got it back. Lifted it just wide. But Cito with the rebound. Quickly closed down by Blake Tosto as it snapped back in. White trying to get it out of the zone. Karams to Nate Keeley. Whalen's pass intercepted by Tosto. A shot off the shoulder of Cavalieri. Nate Keeley gets the rebound and calmly slides it up the near wall. Whalen trying to get out of the zone. Had it tipped back to Zach White. White will flip one for Nate Keeley to run down. He got there before Ramekers poked it into the corner. Batista takes it, fires it out to the point. Farmer across the blue line to Gagnon. Lifts one, deflected. Batista rebound, saved by McAnanama, who freezes here with 7:56 remaining in this first. Despite being outshot 10-6 here early on in this one, a good start for Carolina. They score just over 10.5 minutes in, trying to quiet down this sold-out crowd here at the Visions Veterans Memorial Arena. Back underway. Kramer at the near wall. Slides it into the corner for Ford. Fired it near post. Went off the end of Baker's stick. Out to the point, Gagnon. Rims this one around. Baker chops it over to the far half wall. Ford out to the point with Farmer. He'll send it back around, and it's taken by Daniel Stone. Stone banks it up the far wall. A long saucer pass from Oliveri to Yates. Gagnon on him. Yates goes down into the corner. Fans want to call. They don't get it. As the Thunderbirds look to break out. Jordan Gagnon, the defenseman, into the attacking zone. Slid it for Kramer. Went up into the midsection at Dakota Bond, and Stone's able to take it. Yates across the blue line. Fires it far side. A shot save with the left pad of Cavalieri. And Kramer gets the rebound. We have just over 7 minutes remaining here in this first period. A 1-0 Thunderbirds lead here in Game 3 of this best-of-5. They trail 2-0. Trying to keep their season alive and force a Game 4 tomorrow evening. Right back here in Binghamton. CJ Stubbs into the attacking zone. Pastuca able to cut off a dump-in. Fires it to his D partner, Clay Keeley. A little too much on that pass for Peter Bonacik from Keeley. Thunderbirds into the attacking zone before it's taken by Dan Weber. Tyson Kirkby flips it back in out to the neutral zone. Hand goes up. That's an offside as Pastuca looked like he got hit in his heel. And he goes down in pain over at the far wall. And Thompson's going to go to the penalty box here with 6:33 remaining in this first period. So Carolina is going to go to the power play for the first time here this evening, already up 1-0. Now Thompson's made his way out of the box. We're going to stay 5-on-5, so no power play for the Thunderbirds. So remain 5-on-5. 6:33 to go here in this first period. It's a 1-0 Thunderbirds lead here in Game 3. Nate Keeley dumps this one in. Connor McAnanima will hold behind his cage for Dan Weber. Jesse Anderson flips it up the near side. Thompson right into the skates of Batita. Backhand finds White in the slot shot blocked. Puck bouncing around. White gets it back. Keeley, a shot just went wide. He was trying to go to the blocker side of McAnanima. White has it at the goal line. Look for a centering feed to Keeley. And it's poked back out to the neutral zone. 6 to go here in the first. This one. Is that a play?
Only the safety net saved you this time. The next time you might not be so lucky. Come on down to CPR downtown Binghamton.
So the face-off's going to come in the defensive zone for the Thunderbirds. Going to come to the right of Mario Cavalieri. Our referees, Ron Johnson and Brian Pincus. The linesman, Drew Wackellis and Brian Fernauer. Face-off to the right of Mario Cavalieri, who's saved 11 out of 11 so far. Carolina comes away with the defensive zone draw. Roman Kramer able to clear the zone. Gus Ford takes it away from Tosto. Played it past Dan Weber. McAnanima over towards the corner. Shovels it up the wall. Kramer pokes it back below the goal line. It's lifted into Cameron Clark. Farmer steps in, delivers a nice shoulder on him. Kramer chips it back before Dan Weber fires it to Jesse Anderson. He had the opportunity against Cavalieri earlier on after Carolina took a 1-0 lead. Baker at the red line. Snaps it back in. Thunderbirds go for a change. A 1-0 lead for Carolina. Thunderbirds 39-4-2 this season when they score first, including the postseason. Goes off of the referee in the corner. That's Ron Johnson. Farmer and Clark, they battle for it. Stepping in was Kyle Steffen on Gagnon. It's rimmed out to the point. Here's Dakota Bond. His shot blocked by Schnapp. Goes off of the corner glass. Farmer able to get rid of it before he spun down to the ice by Steffen. Gagnon saucer to pass out to the neutral zone and went off of Salak. Bond feeds it up. Farmer steps into him, spins him around. A little retaliation there for the hit down below the goal line. 4:40 to go here in this first period. Keeley banks it up the far wall. Kennedy hit from behind by Bond right in front of the penalty boxes for it snapped back to Daniel Stone. Stone with a +10 in these playoffs. That's the best. He had the best plus-minus in the regular season as well, the +56. John Batista up the far side. On the backhand, a shot went high. Comes to the near wall. Kennedy pinching down. Trying to leave it for Batista. Chips it to himself before Steffen able to shovel it up to Donald Oliveri. Sends it in the space in the far side in the Black Bears defensive zone, and Stone flips it up to Yates. Keeley quickly with a backhand. That'll alleviate the pressure for Carolina, but here come the Black Bears once again. Kirkby into the attacking zone. Kirkby up the far side between the legs against Kennedy. Cut off into the corner. They'll hold it at the kick plate. Nate Keeley trying to chip it free. Dan Weber waits for it at the near half wall. Goes out to the point. Ramekers into the corner. First man there is Kirkby. Rims it back around. Austin Thompson leaves it behind Cavalieri's cage. Nate Keeley cleans it up, and Kramer's able to chip it out of the zone. 3:15 to go here in this first period. CJ Stubbs across the blue line. Stubbs holds, fires it down towards the crease. Kramer will flip it out for Ford to go skate down. Onside, Gus Ford up the near wall. Ford lost it. Weaver poke checked him. Baker a good hit on Kirkby. Kramer battling against Weaver before Kirkby recontrols for the Black Bears. 2:50 remains here in this first period. This sold-out Visions Veterans Memorial Arena quiet right now. They have not seen their Black Bears give up a goal since the regular season here at home. Scott Ramekers all the way into the attacking zone. Left the backhand behind Chris Mott and Dawson Baker. He takes it away for the Thunderbirds. Looks through center ice for Panachik. Kicked around. Farmer lost it to Zach Sirota. There's a chance. Mott shot blocked by Panachik, who is back as a defenseman. Salak for Carolina. Sends a backhand for Schnapp. Schnapp weaving his way in. Dropped it for Panachik. A righty shot save. Knocked up in the air, and it trickles over to the far corner. Good look there on the break for the Thunderbirds. Threat not over. Panachik backhands it out to Gagnon at the point. Has it on the forehand. His shot. McAnanima saw it at the last second and punched it away. 1:45 to go here in this first period. Chris Mott had White close him down and went into the linesman's skates before the Black Bears able to tap it into the attacking zone. They go for a change. Both sides going for a change as Gagnon wheels his way into the neutral zone. Under 90 seconds to go here in this first period. Zach White, top of the circles, fired one in front. McAnanima got the stick there before Gagnon, as now the Black Bears look to go the other way. We have 80 seconds remaining here in this first period. This one fed all the way down. Gagnon able to cut it off. Fires it up to White in front of the Black Bears bench. A little too much on that backhand as Gagnon comes back to take it. Fires it up to Nate Keeley in front of the Thunderbirds penalty box. Whipped on a pass. Steffen slid it to Oliveri under a minute to go here in this first period. 1-0 lead for Carolina here in Binghamton in Game 3. Trailing this series 2-0. Batista trying to get it up to White. He's offside as the pass was deflected. White had a step behind the Black Bears defense, but it sends us to immediate timeout. 48.3 to go in the first period. 1-0 Thunderbirds. This is Thunderbirds hockey.
Gwin Services has been serving North Carolina for over 50 years, ensuring the safety and comfort of our customers' homes. We take pride in bringing together the best electricians, plumbers, and heating and cooling technicians to bring convenience and unbeatable value to our customers. Life can be hectic. What better way to simplify than to have one company you trust to take care of all of your home's repair needs? Since 1972, integrity and customer satisfaction have been at the heart of everything we do. We are proud to have built a name our neighbors trust, one that provides peace of mind and a service that can be relied on, today, tomorrow, and for years to come. Thank you for trusting Gwin Services with your home. We are proud to stand behind the work we do every single day to serve our friends and neighbors here in North Carolina. We are Gwin Services, One call does it all.
One nothing lead for the Thunderbirds. 48.3 remains here in this First Bank first period. Gus Ford from Roman Kramer and James Farmer. 10:37 in this first period. Have the Thunderbirds ahead here in Game 3 over the Black Bears. Back underway, Dan Weber in his defensive zone fires it up the near wall. That one was tipped, so no icing as Cavalieri plays it behind his own net. Rims it up the far wall. Kirkby settled it down, chipped it over to the near boards. So Dawson Baker's the first one there. Finds Gus Ford in the neutral zone. Across the blue line to Kramer, the lefty shot. Saved by McAnanima here with 25.2 remaining. Carolina now at the last 5 shots on goal. Shots were 11-6 and now knotted up at 11 here. Thunderbirds take the draw. Roman Kramer fired it. Went high and out of play here with 19 seconds remaining in this first. Just deflected. It'll be another attacking zone draw. Face off to the right of McAnanima. Black Bears win it. Taken by Dan Weber. Fires it up the near wall. Thompson banks it off of the glass. Kennedy will go and skate this one down. It goes for an icing here with 9 seconds remaining in this first period. There'll be one last chance for Carolina. This game with shades of Game 3 last year here in Binghamton. Can Carolina get one more here before the break? Face on to the left of McAnanima. Got Kennedy and Keeley, the defenseman. We still have not seen Yuri Pastuka since he went down. Ford wins the draw. Weber steps in, takes it away with 5 seconds. Weber with one last chance. Hip checked hard by Keeley. Fired in on Cavalieri. Sends it into the corner. That does it for the first 20 minutes of play here tonight in Binghamton. A little extra after the whistle between Weber and Keeley. So the Thunderbirds take a 1-0 lead into the dressing room here in Game 3, trailing in this Commissioner's Cup Finals 2-0. Trying to keep their season alive. They're off to a good start here on a Friday evening in upstate New York. The Thunderbirds lead 1-0. We'll take a look at the first period coming up on the other side of this timeout. This is Thunderbirds hockey.
Maple Chase Golf and Country Club offers the best in recreational amenities in the Triad. Come enjoy a meal at the Pine Brook Bar and Grill, relax by our pool and cabana, and gear up at the Pro Shop while sharpening your skills on our 9,000 square foot putting green and play around on our 18-hole Ellis Maples Design Championship Golf Course. You can find out more at maplechasecc.com. That's maplechasecc.com.
Introducing Flow Rewards, the exclusive rewards program for Flow Automotive customers. With Flow Rewards, every vehicle purchase and service visit earns you points towards future maintenance on your vehicle. To start earning and redeeming Flow Rewards points, download Flow Garage, make an account, and add your vehicle. If your account is already set up with your vehicle, you'll start earning rewards points automatically. Add family members to your household to earn Flow Rewards points together. Don't miss out. Download the Flow Garage app to start earning Flow Rewards points with your next service visit or vehicle purchase.
Avis Cupcakes is once again a proud sponsor of the 24-25 Carolina Thunderbirds. And just like the Birds, they are a true fan favorite. Weddings, events, corporate, and more. Avis Cupcakes help you score and score. When the Birds are playing either home or away, stop by Avis and make your day. Win or lose, you'll cheer the same. Avis treats will sweeten every game.
Back here at the Visions Veterans Memorial Arena, we're at the first intermission here tonight, and it's the Carolina Thunderbirds with a 1-0 lead over the Binghamton Black Bears. Brendan Riley with you here on the first intermission report. Carolina able to take a 1-0 lead. They lead for the first time here in these Commissioners' Cup Finals. How have we gotten there? Both goalies have been good once again here this evening. Mario Cavalieri for Carolina. On the other side, Connor McAnanima for the Black Bears. And so far, Cavalieri out-dueling McAnanima. Both goalies have seen 11 shots. Cavalieri saving all 11. On the other side, McAnanima saving 10 out of 11. The lone goal tonight coming from Gus Ford. Ford getting his fourth goal in these playoffs, first of the series from Roman Kramer, who gets his fourth assist, and James Farmer, who gets his first assist of these Commissioners' Cup playoffs. That came 10:37 into the first period. It was a quick turnover by the Black Bears that Carolina was able to capitalize on. They had a 3-on-1 into the attacking zone. Ford had options. He could have gone to Zach White, who was working on the near side, but Ford able to work to the outside on the backhand and sneak it past the short side of Connor McAnanima to give the Thunderbirds the 1-0 lead here in game number 3. Other than that, both sides have had opportunities. Binghamton's had some good looks. They've gotten a few redirects on Mario Cavalieri. He's had some chances in tight. Best chance came for Jesse Anderson, almost right off of the Carolina goal. Anderson walked untouched pretty much to the hash marks in the slot. Tried to beat Cavalieri high over the glove. Cavalieri said no and was able to snag it with the trapper. That kept it a 1-0 game at that moment. Carolina was being outshot for a majority of that first period. They got the final 5 shots, though, of that first period. They're being outshot 11-6. Carolina and Binghamton even up the shots on goal at 11 here at the first intermission. In this one, no penalties in that first period. We saw 1 penalty in game 1. That was a delay of game. We saw 24 penalty minutes, 4 power play opportunities for each side in game 2 last Saturday. So far, though, a pretty clean game, and Carolina is the first team in these playoffs to score a goal as the away team here at the Visions Veterans Memorial Arena. Gus Ford, 10:37 into the first period from Roman Kramer and James Farmer. The Thunderbirds ahead 1-0. Carolina led at the first intermission last year in game 3. Second period, Binghamton took over. And now the Thunderbirds are going to have to try to be able to finish off a very, very solid 60 minutes if they want to be able to keep their season alive. We're here at the first intermission here in Binghamton. Kid Sticks is coming up next. This is Thunderbirds hockey.
Flo Cadillac is a proud sponsor of the Carolina Thunderbirds. Visit 1400 South Stratford Road for a free test drive. Or go online to flowcadillac.com to schedule a sales or service appointment.
Looking to exceed your real estate expectations? Meet Jennifer Sapp, passionate about real estate. Jennifer works with all clients because regardless of property value, every transaction is important to you, and that matters to her. She's been a proud sponsor of the Carolina Thunderbirds, supporting the community she loves. A consistent top producer, she's been helping people buy and renovate homes into their dream spaces. Call 336-782 3148 or visit jennifersapp.allentate.com. For over 85 years, Mustin and Crutchfield has been more than just a local market. We've been a proud part of North Carolina's heritage. When our founders started in 1938, they sourced meats from local farmers and groceries from small companies. Finding a way to stay competitive in this market has been a challenge through the years. Luckily, there are a lot of entrepreneurs, and now we have close to 50 local vendors that we feature. We're proud to partner with the Carolina Thunderbirds as a local sponsor, celebrating community values both on and off the ice. Mustin and Crutchfield, your hometown local grocer.
I'm Clay Keeley. This is my brother Nate Keeley, here for the first episode of Kid Sticks, brought to you by Atrium Health.
Finish strong. Start here. Atrium Health Wake Forest Baptist.
All right, we're gonna show you guys the proper hockey stance, and if you fall down, what you wanna do when you get back up. First off, start by bending your knees, keeping your chest up, looking forward, 2 hands on your stick in a 3-point stance. Then if you fall over, you get right back up to that 3-point stance, and preferably not lose your helmet. That stance it's important for hockey because it kind of keeps you a good low center of gravity, gives you an option to move any direction you want there. So if you have a defender on you, he's not entirely sure what you do. It's similar to basketball, the 3-point stance of basketball. It's very applicable to hockey there. Just a little higher rate of speed here, and if you can master it, you'll have no problem playing hockey. All right, one way to avoid getting knocked down is to keep that stance in a low center of gravity, so when a defender's pushing on you, he can't get you. Another way is to keep the feet moving so they can't catch you as well.
Has it on the backhand, he's got 2 white sweaters coming after him, takes a hit and applies one at the same time.
I hope you guys enjoyed this first episode of Kid Sticks of the Hockey Stance 101 and how to get back up, brought to you by Atrium Health. Looking forward to see you guys come out and pack the barn.
Dude, what do I do with my dog?
Oh, just take him to the pet barn.
For reasonable prices on grooming, boarding, and dog daycare, choose the Pet Barn, located at 7844 Blues Creek Road in Blues Creek. The Pet Barn, proud partners of the Carolina Thunderbirds. Get into the swing of things at Tee It Up Indoors. Offering 3 simulators, over 11,000 virtual courses, lessons, club fittings, and a variety of snacks and beverages, Tee It Up Indoors is the place to go and work on your game. Call us at 336-285-7823 or visit our website at teeitupindoors.net.
Finish strong. Start here. Atrium Health Wake Forest Baptist.
Back here at the Visions Veterans Memorial Arena, we're at the first intermission here tonight. Carolina with a 1-0 lead over the Binghamton Black Bears here in Game 3 of the Commissioner's Cup Finals. Black Bears with a 2-0 series lead. Gus Ford from Roman Kramer and James Farmer. 10:37 into the first period, have the Thunderbirds ahead 1-0. Mario Cavalieri saving 11 out of 11 shots in that first period. On the other side, Connor McAnanima saving 10 out of 11 here so far this evening. He allowed his first goal at home here in these playoffs. Some news around the FPHL here this week. Of course, the introduction of the PD Ice Cats coming back on Monday. You saw Jeremy Roenick, a longtime NHL veteran, announced as an investor and ownership partner with the Monroe Moccasins. And then also you have another new team coming into the FPHL, into Columbus, Indiana, the Indiana Sentinels. They will be one of the new teams in the FPHL next season alongside Topeka and the PD Ice Cats. Now, how about Topeka a little bit geographically? PD, which is in Florence, South Carolina, will help out the Thunderbirds when it comes to the schedule next year, but also Motor City, the Rockers, they're entering dormancy for the 2025-2026 season. Had issues with the rink in Fraser, the Big Boy Arena, so they are looking elsewhere, but the FPHL has agreed and formally approved the Rockers' request to enter dormant status for the 2025-2026 season. Say that in addition to improving our request, the league has been an incredible partner throughout these challenges, offering support, expert guidance, and a steady hand as we navigated this complex situation. They're extremely thankful for their leadership and backup during this time. It looks like the Rockers are going to be back for the 26-27 season and miss 25-26. We have the Indiana Sentinels, who are going to play in Columbus, Indiana, out of the Hamilton Community Center and Ice Arena. The PD Ice Cats in Florence, that's only about 3 hours away, 3.5 hours maybe from Winston-Salem. I'll have to double check that. I believe it's only about 3.5 hours from Winston-Salem. Well, they'll be the PD Ice Cats, honoring the local hockey legacy there in Florence. They were the PD Pride before. They're now the Ice Cats now. And then the Topeka Scarecrows joined the FPHL. They had those exhibition games in Topeka earlier on this year. Did very well. And so now the FPHL expanding west out to Topeka, Kansas, and the Hoosier state of Indiana. Carolina leading 1-0 here at the first intermission. Last year in Game 3, they led 2-1 after 20 minutes before Binghamton came from behind. Thunderbirds trying to hold on to this lead and add to it in the second period, which is going to be coming up here in just a little bit here in front of a sellout crowd at the Visions Veterans Memorial Arena. Can Carolina spoil the party here on a Friday evening in Binghamton, New York, or will the Black Bears take their second straight sweep of the Thunderbirds in the Commissioner's Cup Finals? Well, we have a big next 20 minutes of hockey coming up in the middle 20. And it's coming up on the other side of this timeout. This is Thunderbirds hockey.
When it comes to performance, speed matters, just like on the ice. Introducing same-day dental crowns right here at Twin Oaks Dentistry. With cutting-edge technology, we craft crowns on site, eliminating the need for temporary. As proud sponsors of the Carolina Thunderbirds, we understand the need for top-notch performance. We're more than just dental care. We're your partners in achieving your best smile.
Gwin Services has been serving North Carolina for over 50 years, ensuring the safety and comfort of our customers' homes. We take pride in bringing together the best electricians, plumbers, and heating and cooling technicians to bring convenience and unbeatable value to our customers. Life can be hectic. What better way to simplify than to have one company you trust to take care of all of your home's repair needs? Since 1972, integrity and customer satisfaction have been at the heart of everything we do. We are proud to have built a name our neighbors trust, one that provides peace of mind and a service that can be relied on, today, tomorrow, and for years to come. Thank you for trusting Gwin Services with your home. We are proud to stand behind the work we do every single day to serve our friends and neighbors here in North Carolina. We are Gwin Services. One call does it all.
Maple Chase Golf and Country Club offers the best in recreational amenities in the Triad. Come enjoy a meal at the Pine Brook Bar and Grill, relax by our pool and cabana, and gear up at the Pro Shop while sharpening your skills on our 9,000 square foot putting green and play around on our 18-hole Ellis Maples Design Championship Golf Course. You can find out more at maplechasecc.com. That's maplechasecc.com.
Back here at the Visions Veterans Memorial Arena, we are set for the start of the second period here in Game 3 of the Commissioners Cup Finals. Alongside Oliver Baudouin, Brendan Riley with you here high above the ice in Binghamton. Gus Ford, 10:37 into the first period. From Roman Kramer and James Farmer, it has Carolina ahead 1-0. Shots tied at 11 in that first 20 minutes. Mario Cavalieri saving all 11. On the other side, Connor McAnanima surrendering his first goal at home here in these Commissioners Cup playoffs, saving 10 out of 11. Carolina's going to go with the same starters they did to start off the first. Black Bears will counter with the same. Ford, Kramer, Baker, Kennedy, Farmer, Oliveri, Steffen, Yates, Weber, and Anderson. We're ready to go here in the middle 20, which is brought to you by Flow Automotive. Thunderbirds took the draw. Oliveri, though, with a step, had it taken away by Joe Kennedy as we're underway here in this middle 20 minutes. Gus Ford got a skate on it at the red line as this one goes all the way over to the far corner. Weber punches it up the far wall. Baker had trouble with Gavin Yates. It comes back out to the neutral zone. Roman Kramer will fire it in from the blue line. McAnanimo will glove it and hold here 25 seconds in.
If one of your Black Bears players has a hat trick,
both sides had opportunities in those first 20 minutes. Black Bears' best chance coming from Jesse Henderson, who heads to the bench. Coming right off of the Thunderbirds' goal. Was pretty much all alone at the hash marks in the slot. Cavalieri able to deny it with the glove. We see Yuri Pestuka. He's back out after he missed the better part of the final 6 minutes of that first period. Face-off. Controlled by Binghamton. They floated out to the neutral zone. Keeley chipped along. Kirkby to the outside. Threw it in front. Stubbs taps it home. We're tied at 1 here in Game 3. CJ Stubbs gets his third of these playoffs. Kirkby got to the outside and fed it to Stubbs, who's crashing. And the Black Bears respond just 38 seconds into the second period. Now the Thunderbirds, they need a response as Binghamton's tied it up. Here in the second period, there'll be an icing. The goal coming 38 seconds in. Kirkby gets his 7th point of these playoffs. Thunderbirds win the draw. Joe Kennedy sends one knocked down by Kirkby, but Tita took it away from him, able to hold it in the zone and feeds it around on the backhand. Dakota Bond plays it up the near wall. Backhanded free. Nate Keeley trying to skate it down. Chips it below the goal line. Bond took it away from White. It's Stubbs. Banks it off of the glass all the way out to the neutral zone. Gagnon quickly cross ice, just out in front of Zach White. 18:40 to go in this second period. Stubbs gets across the blue line, throw it off the skates of Keeley, right to Kramer, finds White up the far side. Zach White, he'll hold, fired in, deflected on the redirect. McAnanima kicks it away. Like Tosto, got it out of the zone. White shoved it back. Farmer feeds Kramer. Kramer with Anderson closing, danced around 2 Black Bears, still has it. Fires it to Ford, finds Gagnon, a shot blocked by Bond. Good look there. In tight for Jordan Gagnon. Dakota Bond, though, it'll deflect it free. This one comes all the way back to Bond. Anderson, cross ice out in front of Cam Clark. Farmer spins to the near corner. Salak chips it out to the neutral zone. 17:50 to go here in this second period, which is brought to you by Flow Automotive. Gus Ford's goal in the first canceled out by C.J. Stubbs just 38 seconds in to the second period. Here's Jan Salak into the attacking zone. Salak battling against Ramekers on the backhand. Goes out to the point. Farmer, cross ice. Pastuca, shot in the glove. Save by McAnanima, who will freeze with 17:28 remaining in this second.
Fantastic Suntan Center offering UV tanning, spray tanning, red light therapy, and more. Located at 42 Pennsylvania Avenue in Binghamton.
So not the start Carolina wanted. But they're looking for a rebound here. Face-off to the right of McAnanima. Panachik won it before it's chipped out by Donald Oliveri. Salak leaves it in front of his own bench. Gets a return feed from Peter Panachik. Fire up the far side. Pastuca had a step on Yates. Took it away from him. Banks it off of the glass. Keeley will beat Oliveri back to the puck in the defensive zone for the Thunderbirds. Fires it up the far wall. Pastuca sends it the length of the ice for an icing. There's 17:05 remaining in this second period.
Mexican flavors at Los Tapatíos. Whether you're planning a cozy dinner or festive gathering, you can make a reservation or walk in and enjoy their vibrant flavors and traditional dishes. Catering is also available.
Gus Ford getting his 21st career playoff goal. That's second most in league history. On the other side, C.J. Stubbs getting his third in his Commissioner's Cup playoffs career. Face off to the right of Mario Cavalieri. Saved 11 out of 12 so far. Panachik wins the draw. Carolina looking to break out the other way with Clay Keeley. Cross ice to Jacob Schnapp. Feeds it to Panachik across the blue line. Puck swatted up in the air. Kirkby will bank it off of the glass out to the neutral zone. Clay Keeley and Pastuca race back. Got Stubbs pressuring. Pastuca on the back end. Flipped it off of Austin Thompson. Salak takes it into the attacking zone. Salak up the near side. Working against Kirkby. Spun down to the ice and into the end boards. Puck travels over to Daniel Stone up the far wall. White lost an edge back to his skates. It's Daniel Stone across the blue line. Stone lost the puck. Thompson collects a shot. Saved by Cavalieri. Popped up right in the air next to him. Panachik comes away with it as Whalen was battling against Stone. White, an inside move, flipped it before it was intercepted by Kyle Steffen, who has it now. Steffen to Oliveri, to the outside against Whalen. Slid it back to Steffen, save by Cavalieri. And now extra after the whistle. That's going to bring a chorus of boos down here from the sellout crowd here in Binghamton. Mario Cavalieri, one-on-one against Kyle Steffen. Steffen thought he got hit up high. I'm not sure. Referees are going to take a look at it. Looked like it might have been inverted. But they are going to give Carolina a penalty. And the Thunderbirds are going to head to the penalty kill here in a 1-1 game. It's going to be a high stick. Doors open for Carolina. They're going to give it to Gordon Whalen. That's going to be Peter Vanacek that goes over. They haven't announced it yet here. They have 23 up on the scoreboard. We have Peter Vanacek sitting in the penalty box. So it is going to go against Vanacek. So Carolina now with a big penalty kill coming up.
Is number 12, Peter Vanacek.
Back underway. Thunderbirds on the penalty kill, which is brought to you by the law offices at Timothy Welburn. Tyson Kirkby out to the point. Dakota Bond. Cross ice. A one-timer from Stubbs. Blocked by Schnapp. Poked in to the far corner. Rimmed over to the near point. Kirkby trying to get it out to the blue line. Nate Keeley swat at it. Comes in on Gagnon. He's able to clear. Comes all the way down on McAnanima. Feeds a long stretch pass. It's Kirkby to Thompson. He scores. Austin Thompson, who had 39 goals in the regular season, gets his first of these playoffs. And the Black Bears have scored twice in the first 4:32 of this second period to take a 2-1 lead. Back underway, Carolina now in a hole in the second period. Thunderbirds were caught in the midst of a change. McAnanima saw it. He should get an assist there. Now the Thunderbirds play from behind. And an offside. Austin Thompson from Tyson Kirkby and Connor McAnanima, 4:32 on the power play. Thompson had the lone goal. Back in March, he has the Black Bears ahead as Chris Mott's going to be tossed out. And he's going to come back in here against Gus Ford. Can Carolina find a quick response? Faceoff comes out to the point. Kennedy sends one off the corner boards, pinballs over to the near half wall. Ford out to the point with Keeley. To Kramer, working near dot. 1-on-2. Ships it behind the net. Weber, his pass intercepted by Ford. Sailed one through the top of the crease. Comes out to Keeley. He'll rattle this one back around. Ford left it for Kramer. Has it on the forehand. Looked for a centering pass to Baker. Is intercepted by Weber. And it's cleared all the way down. Clay Keeley banks it off of the dashers in front of the Black Bears bench. And it's zipped into the glove of Cavalieri. Gus Ford to the neutral zone. Fires it up the near wall to Kramer. Dumps it in cross corner. Clay Keeley chases after Weber. Weber sends it to Gavin Yates. Up to Kyle Steffen across the blue line. Puts the brakes on. Drops it back. A drive from Oliveri went wide. Steffen gets to the rebound. Goes out to Bond. Walking in. His shot off of a leg and into the corner. Yates skates it down. Wheeling his way to the top of the zone. Fed it for Bond. Goes cross ice. Anderson whiffed on a one-timer. Puck bounces to Yuri Pastuka. It's over 6 minutes gone here in this second period. It's a 2-1 Black Bears lead here in Game 3. This one fired in on the backhand by Pastuka. McAnanima gets rid of it. Pastuka has it again. Sends one off of the end boards. Banked over to the far wall. Where Farmer the first one there. Battle against Gavin Yates. Found Schnapp. Near side to Panachik. Saucered out. Pastuka shot. That one deflected just high. McAnanima might have fought it off. A chance here for Panachik. Spun down by Yates. A hard hit there. Panachik holding his left leg. Now here comes Yates. Goes far side. A drive. Deflected wide. Panachik down on the ice in the attacking zone. In writhing in pain. And that will send us to immediate timeout. Binghamton a 2-1 lead. Peter Panachik down hurt. There were 13:20 to go in this second period. This is Thunderbirds hockey.
Avis Cupcakes is once again a proud sponsor of the 24-25 Carolina Thunderbirds. And just like the Birds, they are a true fan favorite. Weddings, events, corporate, and more. Avis Cupcakes help you score and score. When the Birds are playing either home or away, stop by Avis and make your day. Win or lose, you'll cheer the same. Avis treats will sweeten every game.
Peter Panachik was just helped to the dressing room by the assist of the Thunderbirds trainers. Did not look good. He did not leave the ice under his own power. And so now we'll have to see if Peter Panachik will return here this evening. Did not look great, though, as him and Yates tangled up legs. And now for Carolina, they're going to be down to 9 forwards. And without their second line center, a guy that's been a big part of this organization for a long time. And had himself a very good playoff, 7 points, tied for the team lead with Jan Salak. Wouldn't be surprised if we see Zach White join both Jacob Schnapp and Jan Salak on the second line as the centerman, and then you have Dimitri Salyutin with Nate Keeley and John Batista. But to reset things here in this second period, 13:20 remains as the 2-1 Black Bears lead. It's going to be a 5-minute major. They have 5 minutes up for Kyle Steffen. And so the Thunderbirds, that's what they have up on the video board right now here in Binghamton. They have not announced anything. Well, they have 5 minutes up on the board against Kyle Steffen. So Carolina's going to get an extended power play out of this. So it's going to be a kneeing major against Kyle Steffen. And Carolina's going to be on the power play for the next 5 minutes. They have the chance to score as much as they want here. And now a big opportunity here for this Thunderbirds side. Trailing here in Game 3 and trailing in this best of 5, 2-0. Well, they had Yates in the box. I think they have this wrong. I think it should be 12. Yates has been given what it looks like. He heads to the dressing room. They have a kneeing match penalty for Kyle Steffen. I believe that they're going to correct that on the video board here. I thought it was Yates, but it was the one that collided knees with Panachik. They take that down, and I believe they're going to correct that, and it's going to be the night for Gavin Yates. So Carolina to the power play for the next 5 minutes. Gavin Yates' night is done. There were 13:20 remaining in the second period. Binghamton a 2-0 lead. And it is Gavin Yates' 5-minute match penalty. Nicholas Swain is going to serve it. So Thunderbirds to the power play, which is brought to you by Atrium Health. Their power play starts with an early clearance from Dakota Bond. Thunderbirds in this series 0 for 5 on the power play. Gus Ford slides it up to Zach White. Across the red line, White into the attacking zone to the outside, working against Bond. Rims it around to the near half wall. Roman Kramer sends it right back below the goal. Bond looking at clear, no one at the far point, and White, and it comes all the way down. 12:50 to go in this second period, 4.5 to go on the 5-minute match penalty for kneeing against Gavin Yates. Roman Kramer weaves his way into the attacking zone. Kramer banks it off of the end glass. Over to the far point with White. To Kramer. Back to the top of the zone, Zach White. Looks right back to Kramer, the lefty at top of the slot. He scores! What a rip from Roman Kramer. 52 seconds into this 5-minute major power play. He gets his second of these playoffs, and the Thunderbirds tie Game 3. McAnanimo at no chance on that one. He was screened the whole way. Bunch of bodies, yet Schnapp right at the top of McAnanimo's crease. And Roman Kramer ties us at 2. Here in the second period of Game 3, they're on the power play for another 4 minutes. Jordan Gagnon flips it off of the far glass. McAnanimo got a touch to it. Gagnon had it for a second before it's rimmed over to Daniel Stone. Feeds it up the near wall and flipped out to the blue line. Here's C.J. Stubbs on the shorthand. Stubbs, a shot save. His own rebound, tapped back in on Cavalieri. And a whistle. With 11:57 remaining. I think the referee thought that Cavalieri had that covered. So he was over in the far corner, and Cavalieri was playing it at his near post. Thunderbirds on the power play, next 3:38. Blake Tosto wins the draw. Stone shot blocked by Pastuca. Recovered enough to chip it back down. No on-man opportunity for Carolina. Here's Jan Solak. Feeds it for Yuri Pastuca. Snaps this one in. Batista chasing after Bond. Whiffed on a clearing attempt. Solak kicked it out to Gagnon. Gagnon over to Nate Keeley. Returned back far side. Solak. Cross ice, Pastuca thought about the one-timer. Goes back to Solak. Over to Pastuca. Back out to the top of the zone. It's Gagnon now. Solak over to Pastuca. Slingshots it far side. Gagnon, a shot deflected by Batista. Went off of McAnanimo. Carried high in the air. Believe it went into the protective netting and out of play here with 11:16 remaining in this second period. Zach White getting the assist on the Roman Kramer goal that tied us at 2. 7:33 into this second period. Faceoff comes to the left of Connor McAnanimo. Black Bears take the draw. Kramer shimmies himself to the far boards. Keeps it in, fired it from the far point. McAnanimo went down to the butterfly to make a save, and Binghamton clears. 2:44 remains on the match penalty against Gavin Yates. Thunderbirds and Black Bears tied up. Zach White in the far corner. Comes away from the scrum, flips it out to the point. It's Ford at the blue line. Snaps it to Baker, right back to Ford. Far side with White. His shot, gloved by McAnanima, who freezes here at 10:41 remaining in this second period. Face off to the left of McAnanima. Schnapp steps in, wins it out to Kramer. Cross ice to Ford with some space. Weaves to the top of the slot. Chips it over to the far half wall. Kramer back out to Ford. Snaps far side. A one-timer from White. Fluttered off of his stick, and McAnanima reaches across his body to glove it on the backhand. If White catches that cleanly, it's probably 3-2 Thunderbirds. Well, the puck bounced on him, and McAnanima enough time to recover. Face off to the right of McAnanima now. Kirkby wins it against White, and Weaver banks it off of the glass. Kramer chops it down to keep it in. Baker spun a pass, and now here comes a chance the other way. Ford back for Carolina. Got rid of it before Weaver took it away. Here comes Ford. Across the red line into the attacking zone. It's Ford on the backhand. It's around Anderson. Going to shimmy his way away from Dan Weaver. Anderson takes it, flips it out to the blue line. White gloved it down, held it in. Kramer, the near half wall, fires it behind Ford. And this one will go all the way down the length of the ice. 9:52 to go in this second period. 90 seconds remain on the 5-minute kneeing match penalty against Gavin Yates. Nate Keeley at center ice. Toso lost his stick. Salak brings it in. Down the near wall. Working against Bond. Spins away from him. Goes out to the point with Pestuka. Back to Salak. He's still working the top of the power play for Carolina. Pestuka, a one-timer right into the shin pads of Thompson. Got his own rebound. Back in it to Gagnon. He snaps one. Hits McAnanima up high. It's loose. Keeley settles it down in the corner. Rims it out to the point. Pestuka to Gagnon. His pass intended for Salak, deflected by Tosto, took it away. Gagnon against Tosto one-on-one. Tosto sends one through the slot. Comes all the way down to the near wall, and Yuri Pestuka in front of the benches. Into the attacking zone. Pestuka to Nate Keeley. 8:53 to go in this second period. 30 to go on the power play. Pestuka, the top, goes to the far corner for Nate Keeley. Down low for Bitsita. Back to Keeley, a one-timer saved by McAnanima. Salak steps in, working against Bond. Nate Keeley trying to help out. Keeley had it for a second, poked it back free. 10 seconds to go on the power play for Carolina. Swain getting ready to come out of the box. We have a hand up from the official all the way out in the neutral zone. Brian Pincus has a call, and we'll hear about it coming up on the other side of this timeout. 8:21 remains in the second period. We're tied up at 2 in Game 3. This is Thunderbirds Hockey.
Flo Cadillac is a proud sponsor of the Carolina Thunderbirds. Visit 1400 South Stratford Road for a free test drive. Or go online to flowcadillac.com to schedule a sales or service appointment.
Looking to exceed your real estate expectations? Meet Jennifer Sapp, passionate about real estate. Jennifer works with all clients because regardless of property value, every transaction is important to you, and that matters to her. She's been a proud sponsor of the Carolina Thunderbirds, supporting the community she loves. A consistent top producer, she's been helping people buy and renovate homes into their dream spaces. Call 336-782-3148 or visit jennifersapp.allentate.com.
Let's hear it for everybody.
8:21 remains here in the second period, which is brought to you by Flow Automotive. Carolina is going to go to the penalty kill. 2 seconds still remain on the 5-minute major, so it's going to be about a minute 58 on the penalty kill for Carolina. You have Jordan Gagnon in the box. as he's off for a cross check that was called by Brian Pincus all the way from the neutral zone after it was held up in the corner. Faceoff's going to come to the left of Mario Cavalier. We're 4-on-4 here for 2 seconds before Nicholas Swain comes out of the box. Black Bears win the draw, comes all the way back out to the neutral zone. Swain out of the box. We're back to now a Binghamton power play. Carolina on the penalty kill, which is brought to you by the law offices of Timothy Welburn. It's Tyson Kirkby, a shot, that one skipped high of Cavalieri. Kennedy gets to it, trying to wrap it out and clear. Instead, Stubbs to the top of the slot. Look for Thompson, who scored earlier in this period on the power play. Rimmed out to the far points, Dakota Bond. Snap near side for Tyson Kirkby. Back to Bond, cross ice. It's Stubbs. He surveys his options. He tied the game at 1:38 seconds into this second period. At the goal line, a shot from Tasto. Saved by Cavalieri. A pass out to the point, deflected away by Zach White. Carolina goes for a change. This is where they were burned earlier on in this second period in the midst of a change on the penalty kill. The Black Bears will hold. Stubbs into the attacking zone. Banks it off. Comes off the side of Cavalieri's cage. He didn't have it. The referee in the corner thought he did. Carolina's going to get a call that way after they were called the other way earlier on. That was Brian Pincus. So the faceoff's going to come to the left of Cavalieri, who tonight has saved 15 out of 17. Draw is one. Daniel Stone gets it to Cam Clark at the blue line. A shot fought off. Rebound was loose in the slot, and it's chipped to Pastuca. Will bank it hard off of the glass and down the length of the ice. And 3 goals in this second period, 2 for Binghamton, 1 for Carolina. Roman Kramer tied us just over 7.5 minutes into this second period. Daniel Stone into the attacking zone. Wraps this one over to the far half wall. Oliveri banks it to Nicholas Swain. Out to the point. Oliveri at the blue line. Trade spots with Daniel Stone. Finds Clark, a shot save. Farmer gets to the rebound, trying to clear. That one's deflected off of the stick of a Black Bear and into the mesh here with 6:35 remaining in this second period.
CPR, downtown Binghamton. We got you.
14 seconds remain on the cross-checking call against Jordan Gagnon. We have 6:35 remaining in this second period. We're tied at 2 in this must-win for Carolina. Down in this best of 5, 2-0. Dan Weber waits, sent one wide. Oliveri got it past White. Nice recovery by Kennedy. He finds White. Ford will just swap this one down. Gagnon out of the box. Back to 5-on-5 here for the first time in nearly 7 minutes. Both sides a power play goal here this evening. Black Bears 1 for 2. Kirkby tried to fire it in from a short angle. Kennedy deflected it away. And now here come the Thunderbirds with Roman Kramer. Flips it to the left of Connor McAnanima. Scott Ramekers banks it over to the near corner. Dan Weber below his goal line. Fires it for Ramekers. Long stretch pass. Thompson goes all the way at the blue line. Pastuca recovers. Slid to Stubbs. A shot fluttered wide. Thompson was just coming off of the bench. He was behind the Thunderbirds' defense. Quick shot. Saved by Cavalieri. He's going to smother the rebound. We have 5:33 remaining in this second period. Carolina's now scored more goals here tonight in less than 40 minutes than they did in the first 3 meetings this season. A shot from Weaver, saved by Cavalieri. Thunderbird's going to bring a whole change. Faceoff comes to the left of Mario Cavalieri. Thunderbirds take the draw. Kennedy against Chris Mott. We have a stoppage here at 5:24. Brendan Riley, Oliver Baudouin with you here from Binghamton, New York at the Visions Veterans Memorial Arena. Game 3 of the Commissioner's Cup Final. Binghamton a 2-0 series lead. We're tied at 2 here at 5:24 remaining in the second period. Black Bears won the draw. And will hang on to it. Schnapp sends this the length of the ice. He's going to go for an icing. We're 5:17 remaining in this second period. Thunderbirds trying to avoid their 9th straight loss in the Commissioner's Cup Final, dating back to Game 3 against the Danbury Hat-Tricks in the 23 finals. Ramekers gets it off the draw, goes to Weber. A shot blocked by Schnapp. Weber got his own rebound. Looked for Sirota, who was all alone at the near post, but there's traffic in the slot. Ramekers goes back. Schnapp pressuring him. All over him as he chases him below McAnana's cage. Schnapp nearly took it away. Ramekers still has it, though. Salak now trying to step in and help out. A pass wrapped out to Blake Tosto, dumps it in. Ramekers, a backhand! Sirota scores. Zach Sirota, a step at the back door, gets his second of the series. And the Black Bears lead once again. It's 3-2. Ramekers making that play. Held on to the puck for the better part, about 25 seconds, all the way from neutral zone to his own zone, all the way down ice. And Zach Sirota, who had the lone goal in Game 2, puts Binghamton back ahead in Game 3. Chance for Kramer, who's just out in front. It's Oliveri who fired in. Blockered away by Cavalieri. 4.5 to go in this second period. In Game 3, Kramer dumps this one in. Dakota Pine takes it behind his netminder. Blake Tosto also getting an assist on the goal from Zach Sirota. 15-13 into this second period. Nicholas Swain flips one, glove down. Oliveri sent down to the ice. Dimitri Selyewan works up the far wall. Got it taken away, played for Oliveri, a one-timer saved by Cavalieri. He gloves it with 3:50 remaining here in this second period. Carolina trails once again here in Game 3. 3:50 to go in the second. This is Thunderbirds hockey.
For over 85 years, Mustin and Crutchfield has been more than just a local market. We've been a proud part of North Carolina's heritage. When our founders started in 1938, they sourced meats from local farmers and groceries from small companies. Finding a way to stay competitive in this market has been a challenge through the years. Luckily, there are a lot of entrepreneurs, and now we have close to 50 local vendors that we feature. We're proud to partner with the Carolina Thunderbirds as a local sponsor, celebrating community values both on and off the ice. Mustin and Crutchfield, your hometown local grocer.
Whitey, what are you doing? We gotta go. Dude, what do I do with my dog?
Oh, just take him to the pet barn. For reasonable prices on grooming, boarding, and dog daycare, choose the Pet Barn, located at 7844 Blues Creek Road in Blues Creek. The Pet Barn, proud partners of the Carolina Thunderbirds.
Back here at the Visions Veterans Memorial Arena, Zach Sirota has just put the Black Bears back in front. 15-13 into the second period. Shots are tied at 23 here in Game 3. No Gavin Yates the rest of the night for Binghamton. He was given a kneeing match penalty after colliding with Peter Panachik, who went down writhing in pain. He went to the dressing room, not being able to put much pressure, and was helped off. Thunderbirds trying to get out of their own zone. They will. John Batista trying to flip it backhand to Dimitri Selyutin. Of course, CJ Stubbs sends it back to Scott Ramakers. Ramakers found Stubbs at the blue line, forgot the puck, pinballed around. That's an offside. Faceoff comes in front of the Black Bears bench. Salak able to win it back for Clay Keeley. Slides it to Zach White. Feeds it up the near wall. Salak dances into the zone. Beats Ramakers to the puck. Fed a backhand for White. Trying to get it out to the top of the zone. It's taken away by Tyson Kirkby, who will rim one around the glass. Chris Mott fires it in, gloved by Cavalieri. He's going to hold on to it here with 2:59 remaining in this second period. Another draw coming to the left of Cavalieri. Ford wins it. Jordan Gagnon will hold and snap it up the far side for Dawson Baker. Baker to center ice, intercepted by Clark. Mott poked it free. Farmer chipped it in the air. Ford stumped in by Clark. Comes into the slot. Farmer deflected it just wide past the near post of Cavalieri. Farmer battling. One-hand pass to Gagnon. Looked out to the middle of the zone. It was intercepted. Kramer able to help out. He'll bank it off the glass, alleviate the pressure. That one was deflected, says Brian Thurnauer, and it comes all the way back on Connor McAnanima. 2:15 remains here in the second period, which is brought to you by Flow Automotive. It's a 3-2 lead for the Black Bears. Shot went wide of Cavalieri. Selyutin trying to start the breakout. Shipped it for Nate Keeley. Swats it in. He goes after Daniel Stone into the corner. Stone just gets away from a shoulder. Batista comes away with the loose puck. Banks it hard off of the dasher. Selyutin trying to go near post. Instead, it's Sirota. Right now has the go-ahead goal for the Black Bears. Feeds it near side. Oliveri flips it to Sirota. In stride into the attacking zone. Sirota at the half wall. Centered it in front. He was trying to find Stefan. A shot from Oliveri was blasted high. It was held in at the point by Bond. It's out in front of Stefan. Selyutin with a nice move to the inside. And into the attacking zone. Dimitri Selyutin fired it into the skates of Dakota Bond. And lofts it. Kennedy tried to punch it out of the air. He whiffed. Gordon Whalen helps out his D partner. Whalen up the near wall for Kramer. Second effort. Gets rid of it after a collision. Man lost the puck. That was Weber. Here's Ford. The numbers joining. Kramer. A shot went wide. Baker couldn't hang on to it at the near post. And now it's Weber steering the other way. Weber dropped it. Oliveri, a shot rather stub. Saved by Cavalieri with 54 seconds remaining in this second. Great look there for CJ Stubbs. After the Thunderbirds, after Weaver lost an edge and the look the other way. Austin Thompson ran into by Clay Keeley. Pastuca, he'll take it and bank it back. Keeley didn't know where it was. Thompson intercepted, centering feed. Ford was at the top of Cavalieri's crease to recover. Kramer flips it far side. Baker kicked it. A little too heavy of a touch, though, on the left leg of Dawson Baker. 32 seconds to go in this second. Austin Thompson will lob it off of the glass. Pastuca back. He'll bring it behind his netminder. Gary Pastuca with 17 seconds remaining in this second period. Plays it up the near side for Keeley. His pass just out in front of Ford here with 11 to go in this second period. Keeley just chops it back in. Thunderbirds had to get back on side. That's going to do it for the middle 20 minutes here tonight. And the Thunderbirds are going to head to the third period with their season on the line, trailing by 1. An action-packed middle 20 minutes so far here tonight at the Visions Veterans Memorial Arena. It's the Binghamton Black Bears with a 3-2 lead over the Thunderbirds after 40 minutes of play. Well, Carolina's going to have their final stand in the third period here tonight. It's the Black Bears who are going for the sweep. We'll break down the first 40 coming up on the other side of this timeout. This is Thunderbirds hockey.
Get into the swing of things at Tee It Up Indoors. Offering 3 simulators, over 11,000 virtual courses, lessons, club fittings, and a variety of snacks and beverages, Tee It Up Indoors is the place to go and work on your game. Call us at 336-285-7823 or visit our website at teeitupindoors.net.
Finish strong. Start here. Atrium Health Wake Forest Baptist.
When it comes to performance, speed matters, just like on the ice. Introducing same-day dental crowns right here at Twin Oaks Dentistry. With cutting-edge technology, we craft crowns on-site, eliminating the need for temporary. As proud sponsors of the Carolina Thunderbirds, we understand the need for top-notch performance. We're more than just dental care. We're your partners in achieving your best smile.
Maple Chase Golf and Country Club offers the best in recreational amenities in the Triad. Come enjoy a meal at the Pine Brook Bar and Grill, relax by our pool and cabana, and gear up at the Pro Shop while sharpening your skills on our 9,000 square foot putting green and play around on our 18-hole Ellis Maples Design Championship Golf Course. You can find out more at maplechasecc.com. That's maplechasecc.com.
Back here at the Visions Veterans Memorial Arena, we're at the second intermission here tonight, and it's the Binghamton Black Bears with a 3-2 lead over the Carolina Thunderbirds. Brendan Riley with you here on Thunderbirds TV and on WTOB. Second period started quickly for Binghamton. It was CJ subs from Tyson Kirkby tapping one home at the top of Mario Cavalieri's crease just 38 seconds in. That tied this game 3 up at 1. A few minutes later, Peter Banachik will be called for a high stick just inside 4 minutes into the second period. Austin Thompson would capitalize on the power play after him and Kirkby were in pretty much 2-on-1 after the Thunderbirds were caught in the midst of a change. Austin Thompson getting his first of these playoffs, put the Black Bears ahead at 2-1. Carolina would then be given a 5-minute power play after Gavin Yates was given a match penalty for kneeing on Peter Panachik, who was down writhing in pain. He was helped to the dressing room. We have not seen him. That came 6:40 into the second period. And so now Carolina goes to the 5-minute power play. And Roman Kramer, less than a minute into that man advantage, able to wire one over the glove of Connor McAnanima to tie us up at 2 before it was. After that, Carolina would not score again on the power play, but they would capitalize and tie the game up at 2. Jordan Gagnon was then called for a cross-check, 11:39 into the second. That would send Carolina to the penalty kill right at the end of that 5-minute major. Carolina would kill it off, but then it was Scott Ramekers who really made the play for Binghamton. All the way from his defensive zone, able to fire his way down the ice, fed a pass So a crashing Zach Soroto, who had a step, was able to tap it home to give the Black Bears a lead 3-2, and that is where we stand after 40 minutes of play here this evening. Shots in that second period, 13-12 in favor of Binghamton. Mario Cavalieri saves 10 out of 13 in that second period. Connor McAnanima saves 11 out of 12. Shots 24-23 in total in favor of Binghamton. So far tonight, Cavalieri saved 21 out of 24. McAnanima saved 21 out of 23. And it's the Thunderbirds right now trailing in Game 3 of the Commissioner's Cup Final, trailing in this best-of-5 series 2-0. They have to score. Trying to keep their season alive. Can Carolina mount a comeback in the third period, or will Binghamton take home their second Commissioner's Cup in as many tries? Well, we'll have to see as we continue here throughout the evening. We'll run it to a timeout. When we come back, you'll hear from head coach Steve Harrison on the Coach Harry Show back on Tuesday from Earl's here at the second intermission. This is Thunderbirds Hockey.
This t-shirt.
Gwin Services has been serving North Carolina for over 50 years, ensuring the safety and comfort of our customers' homes. We take pride in bringing together the best electricians, plumbers, and heating and cooling technicians to bring convenience and unbeatable value to our customers. Life can be hectic. What better way to simplify than to have one company you trust to take care of all of your home's repair needs? Since 1972, integrity and customer satisfaction have been at the heart of everything we do. We are proud to have built a name our neighbors trust, one that provides peace of mind and a service that can be relied on, today, tomorrow, and for years to come. Thank you for trusting Gwin Services with your home. We are proud to stand behind the work we do every single day to serve our friends and neighbors here in North Carolina. We are Gwin Services. One call does it all.
Introducing Flow Rewards, the exclusive rewards program for Flow Automotive customers. With Flow Rewards, every vehicle purchase and service visit earns you points towards future maintenance on your vehicle. To start earning and redeeming Flow Rewards points, download Flow Garage, make an account, and add your vehicle. If your account is already set up with your vehicle, you'll start earning rewards points automatically. Add family members to your household to earn Flow Rewards points together. Don't miss out. Download the Flow Garage app to start earning Flow Rewards points with your next service visit or vehicle purchase.
Coach, you had a long career as a player, from juniors all the way throughout your pro career. This next question is just tell us a little bit about your career as a player.
Well, I played major junior in Canada, and as a rookie, we won the Memorial Cup, which is like winning the Stanley Cup in the NHL. It's all Canada. It's major junior hockey, and very fortunate to get on that. And it's one of those trophies that they say it's the hardest trophy to win in sports. You only have a 3-year window to win it. And nowadays, because you have an overage guy, you might have 4 years. But for the most part, most guys only have a 3-year window to win it. And it's not the easiest trophy to win, and I was very fortunate to win that. And then I got drafted. I won't tell you the year because it's a long, long time ago. But I was drafted 39th overall by St. Louis, and I was in their organization for quite a while. And the only regret I probably have in my whole career, I've been very fortunate to play with some great players. The one regret, I guess, is that I never got to play a game in the NHL. And but I can't. It's one of those things you always like to have. But I've been very, very fortunate. I won in junior. I played in Salt Lake for 6 years, won 3 championships there. Went to Europe, won a championship there in France. So I've been very fortunate to play with a lot of great players, play with some great teams and great organizations, and I was very blessed, and I got to play with some great players. Claude Julien coached in the NHL for a long time. Alain Vigneault coached a long time. Rick Bowness, who just retired, most games ever. Joey Mullen, Hockey Hall of Famer. Mike Vernon, Hockey Hall of Famer. And as I said, just the guys the experiences that I had with those type of guys, and everybody I know. I'm very blessed, and as I said, I wouldn't have changed it for anything.
Well, one of those stops that you also had was Port Huron. You played there in Port Huron when you were young. First year. What is it like, or what did Port Huron kind of look like back then when you were playing to now, and what was that like going back to that rink as a coach?
Well, it was great. Like when you're a 20-year-old, and I think we had like 10 rookies on our team, and we had a lot of fun, a lot of camaraderie. Everybody came out of junior. It was my first time away from home because I played junior at home, so I was very fortunate to do that. And it was just we had a good team, and we didn't do well in the playoffs, but I think the experience kind of came back to grab us there. But the Port Huron was fun. It was a small town. I really enjoyed it. The rink was always nice. We always had really good crowds there. And so for that first year there, I really enjoyed it. Going back as a coach, it's a little different now. It's not the city isn't quite as busy as when it was when I was there. It's kind of not as many people as it used to be. And as I said, I always like going back there. Always a couple guys always come up, and I remember your team. And I actually we've talked about it. A couple guys that retired there, I played with for that year, so it's a good time to go back. But I'm glad I moved on too.
Did you ever have Doc call your games? Or
no, he didn't do the games back then. So, just as I said, I've been very, and then coaching. I've been very fortunate to coach too. Like my playing career, but I've been coached. I got to coach Major Junior. A lot of guys that. Played in the NHL, first-round picks.
A proud sponsor of the 24-25 Carolina Thunderbirds. And just like the Birds, they are a true fan favorite. Weddings, events, corporate, and more. Ava's Cupcakes help you score and score. When the Birds are playing either home or away, stop by Ava's and make your day. Win or lose, you'll cheer the same. Ava's treats will sweeten every game.
Flo Cadillac is a proud sponsor of the Carolina Thunderbirds. Visit 1400 South Stratford Road for a free test drive. Or go online to flowcadillac.com to schedule a sales or service appointment.
Looking to exceed your real estate expectations? Meet Jennifer Sapp, passionate about real estate. Jennifer works with all clients because regardless of property value, every transaction is important to you, and that matters to her. She's been a proud sponsor of the Carolina Thunderbirds, supporting the community she loves. A consistent top producer, she's been helping people buy and renovate homes into their dream spaces. Call 336-782-3148 or visit jennifersapp.allentate.com. For over 85 years,
back here at the Visions Veterans Memorial Arena. We're at the second intermission here tonight. Binghamton with a 3-2 lead over the Thunderbirds. through 40 minutes of play here this evening. Right now, Zach Sirota has the go-ahead goal. Can Carolina try to cancel that out here? With their season on the line here, coming down to the third period here tonight at the Visions Veterans Memorial Arena. Gus Ford and Roman Kramer are the goal scorers for Carolina this evening. Kramer with a 2-point night. He had an assist on Ford's goal. James Farmer and Zach White assists as well. CJ Stubbs, Austin Thompson, Zach Sirota, the goal scorers for Binghamton. Kirkby with a pair of assists. Connor McAnanima an assist. Blake Tosto and Scott Ramekers an assist on the Sirota goal. We've had 3 penalties in this game. High sticking call against Peter Banachik that led to the goal from Austin Thompson. Gavin Yates then kneed Peter Banachik that believe ended the night for both Banachik and Gavin Yates, who was given a kneeing match penalty. Banachik had to be helped off the ice. Jordan Gagnon was then also called for a cross check. Netminders Mario Cavalieri tonight saved 21 out of 24. On the other side, Connor McAnanima saved 21 out of 23. Shots 24 to 23 in favor of the Black Bears. Here through 40 minutes of play, can Carolina rally in the third, or will Binghamton finish it off here tonight for a sweep of the Thunderbirds? We'll find out coming up on the other side of this timeout. This is Thunderbirds hockey.
For over 85 years, Mustin and Crutchfield has been more than just a local market. We've been a proud part of North Carolina's heritage. When our founders started in 1938, they sourced meats from local farmers and groceries from small companies. Finding a way to stay competitive in this market has been a challenge through the years. Luckily, there are a lot of entrepreneurs, and now we have close to 50 local vendors that we feature. We're proud to partner with the Carolina Thunderbirds as a local sponsor, celebrating community values both on and off the ice. Mustin and Crutchfield, your hometown local grocer.
Whitey, what are you doing? We gotta go. Dude, what do I do with my dog? Oh, just take him to the pet barn.
For reasonable prices on grooming, boarding, and dog daycare, choose the Pet Barn, located at 7844 Blues Creek Road in Blues Creek. The Pet Barn, proud partners of the Carolina Thunderbirds.
Get into the swing of things at Tee It Up Indoors. Offering 3 simulators, over 11,000 virtual courses, lessons, club fittings, and a variety of snacks and beverages, Tee It Up Indoors is the place to go and work on your game. Call us at 336-285-7823 or visit our website at teeitupindoors.net.
Finish strong. Start here. Atrium Health Wake Forest Baptist.
Welcome back to the Visions Veterans Memorial Arena. We are set for the start of the third period, which is brought to you by Culver's. Brendan Riley with you alongside Oliver Baudouin here at the Vision Veteran Memorial Arena. Carolina trails 3-2. Zach Sirota from Scott Ramekers and Blake Tosto. 15-13 into the second period as the Black Bears ahead by 1. Here heading to the third period. Carolina trying to keep its season alive, trailing in this best of 5. Gus Ford, Kyle Steffen for the draw as we're back underway here to start the third period in Binghamton. Black Bears ahead here by 1. Looking for a sweep. Carolina trying to keep its season alive and force game 4 tomorrow evening back here in Binghamton. Joe Kennedy will go back for Carolina and rims it around to the near half wall. Baker finds Ford. Slid it in the direction of Salak. Takes it on the backhand. Evaded a hip check from Weber. Sirota looking to clear. It's taken by Donald Oliveri, who's at the red line, fires it into Cavalieri. A big rebound came into the slot. Keeley fed it to Farmer. His pass hopped over the stick of Gus Ford, and shot goes back to Keeley. Fired up the far wall. Zach White chasing after Daniel Stone. Dan Weber takes it. Feeds it up the near wall. Austin Thompson takes a good hit from Schnapp. Going down to the ice, got a pass away back to Weber. Return feed for Thompson. Bank the pass. Comes out to the far point. Pastuca able to keep it in. We're going to see in this third period, with Carolina's season on the line, them starting to take a couple more chances like that. Long pass, flipped down. Thompson went down to the ice. Keeley goes back to take it. Kramer across the blue line. Snapped his stick on the shot. And Tasto able to clear. Kennedy just off of the bench will go and take it for Carolina. 18:25 to go here in the third period. Dimitri Selyoun looking for that at his skates. Fires it far side. Batista holds a shot gloved by McAnanima. He'll freeze. With 18:14 remaining in this third period.
Fans, if you had too much to drink tonight, make the right decision. First, think about the dangers. Then think about the consequences. Stop and think before you drink. Plan for a safe ride home. A message from Stop PWI New York.
The faceoff's going to come to the right of Connor McAnanima. Draw comes right to Selyoun, goes out to the point. Whalen cycles it around. Kennedy pinching down. Trying to get around Bond. Held him up, took it, and flips it out to the blue line just past Nate Keeley. We have a call from the defensive zone with a high stick. It was played with a high stick.
Experience authentic Mexican flavors at Los Tapatíos. Whether you're planning a cozy dinner or festive gathering, you can make a reservation or walk in and enjoy their vibrant flavors and traditional
That's going to bring the face-off in front of the Black Bears bench. Binghamton outshot Carolina 13-12 in that second period. Batista right off of the draw. Working to the backhand, a shot save, rebound. Selyoun was tangled up with Sirota. Couldn't get his stick free. Selyoun holds it in, snaps one that had eyes for Dakota Bond's lips. Instead it comes out to Oliveri. Chips this one in. Kennedy back to take it. Good shift here by the third line for Carolina. Trying to get something going here with the Thunderbirds trailing. Kennedy. Flips it far side. Backhanded out by Stone. Oliveri flutters one into the attacking zone. Kennedy takes it away, feeds it to Petito up the far side. Petito working against Ramekers, has a step, a shot, save, rebound comes into the slot. Ramekers able to work it out to the neutral zone. Couple of good looks here for Captain John Petito early on in this third period. McAnanima has been up to the test though. Ramekers at the red line, sends it in. Cavalieri holds at the goal line. Leaves it for Gagnon. He's got Stubbs pressuring him. Stubbs took it away. Has it. Working near post. Out to Anderson. A backhand comes in. Working. And it's poked away by Cavalieri. Salak. The ref's crease. Slides across ice to Baker. Baker a shot. Punched away by McAnanima. Salak kicks the rebound to himself. Ford trying to swoop in. He got Salak playing with Baker and Ford now. With no Peter Panachik. Anderson. Backhands it out to the blue line. Stubbs spins a pass for Anderson. Went wanting. Comes all the way down. Gagnon will take it. Thunderbirds send this one in. It goes for an icing here with 16-17 remaining in this third period.
The Binghamton Hockey Booster Club signed jersey winning raffle number 931687. 931687. Congratulations, you can pick up your signed jersey after the game at the Booster Club table on the concourse behind section 4.
So the faceoff's going to come to the left of Mario Cavalieri, who tonight saved 23 out of 26. Draw comes out to the point. Dakota Bond sends this one around. Gagnon takes it for the Thunderbirds. Feeds a pass behind White, banked out to the neutral zone. Bond chips it. Thunderbirds are in with White. And it knocked away, got it back. Schnapp a drive, save with the right pad by McAnanima. Dumped in by Chris Mott. Thunderbirds with Pastuca into the neutral zone. Working against Oliveri. Rims this one around. Comes all the way over to the near half wall. Selyewen holds it in at the point. Sends it back behind the cage. White pokes it to Kramer. Fired one through the top of the crease. Kennedy holds it in. We'll wrap it around. Stone comes out of the scrum. Starts his way to the neutral zone. Goes far side, Oliveri. Oliveri dragged the shot. Blocked the drop pass. Stefan had it deflected by Pastuca. Black Bears a chance to take a 2-goal lead instead. It remains a 1-goal game, 3-2 here at just over 5 minutes gone in this third period. Can Carolina tie this one up? Try to extend its season. The far side. Stubbs chipped it in on Gagnon. Poked free at the far dot. Nate Keeley working on the back end. Feeds Gagnon. Slides it to Farmer. Trying to get out of his own zone. Farmer in front of the boxes. And it poked away. Thunderbirds are onside. Keeley, a shot off of the glove of McAnanima. Rebound was loose in the slot. Chopped around. Thompson takes it for the Black Bears. Flutters one in. 14-17 to go here in this third period. Good hit by Salaka on Thompson behind Cavalieri's net. Farmer now. Thompson just got back to his skates, but Kirkby chops it up for Farmer to take it away for Carolina. Two guys go down to the ice. That's Swain and Farmer as it's rattled all the way around. This one goes all the way back for Cavalieri to settle down for Joe Kennedy. Over 6 minutes gone here in this third period. Salak skates this down. Working to the top of the slot. Weaving his way. Taken away by Weaver. Here comes Cam Clark up the near wall. Fired a pass to the slot. Keeley poked it into the corner. Baker rattles it around for Ford. Salak right back to Ford after Salak took a hit, stayed on his skates. It's Clay Keeley in the attacking zone. A shot deflected and into the mesh. Here with 13:20 remaining in this third period. 3-2 Binghamton in front. This is Thunderbirds hockey.
When it comes to performance, speed matters, just like on the ice. Introducing same-day dental crowns right here at Twin Oaks Dentistry. With cutting-edge technology, we craft crowns on site, eliminating the need for temporary. As proud sponsors of the Carolina Thunderbirds, we understand the need for top-notch performance. We're more than just dental care. We're your partners in achieving your best smile.
Maple Chase Golf and Country Club offers the best in recreational amenities in the Triad. Come enjoy a meal at the Pinebrook Bar and Grill, relax by our pool and cabana, and gear up at the Pro Shop while sharpening your skills on our 9,000 square foot putting green and play around on our 18-hole Ellis Maples Design Championship Golf Course. You can find out more at maplechasecc.com. That's maplechasecc.com.
13:20 remains in the third period and in the Thunderbirds season unless they can find an equalizer here. Trailing the Binghamton Black Bears 3-2 here in Game 3 of this best-of-5 series. Black Bears leading at 2-0. Brendan Riley and Oliver Baudouin with you here in Binghamton. A face-off is going to come in the attacking zone to the right of Connor McAnanima. Black Bears control off of the draw. Zach Sirota, who as of right now would have the winner, flips it far side. Tipped in by Oliveri. Keeley tried to clear the zone, banged it right off of Oliveri. Kramer chips it along, comes back behind the cage. Four guys searching for it. Kennedy takes it for the Thunderbirds. Joe Kennedy, the pass just behind Jacob Schnapp, who's all the way down on Dakota Bond. As Stone flips it up the far side. And it's out of the reach of Kyle Steffen, and it's an icing against the Black Bears. Carolina looking early on like a team that's desperate right now. They've gotten a couple looks. Third line's produced a few good chances. It's going to be Salak, Ford, Baker, Gagnon, and Pastuca. Black Bears win the draw again. Kirkby snaps it off with a glass. It's going to go for another icing. Here as 9 seconds tick off. Carolina took a 1-0 lead. Binghamton then scored twice, 4:32 into the second period. Roman Kramer tied us. Zach Sirota right now has the Black Bears ahead 3-2. Stubbs able to clear the zone. Gagnon at the red line. Rattles this one around. Stone chops it up the far wall and went off the stick of Baker. Finds Thompson, who's now one-on-one with Gagnon. Pastuca getting back. Thompson holds. Gagnon took it away from him, went down to the ice. Thompson recollects. Pastuca kicks it with the left skate. Gagnon cross ice to Baker. Return feed. Finds Gagnon with Ford joining him. Gagnon centered it just out in front of Ford. Batista first to it at the near half wall. Chips it to Ford. Ford surveys, goes far side to Gagnon. Puck bounced on him, held it in. Slid to Ford, walking in, holds an extra second. A backhand glove by McAnanima, and he freezes here with 11:51 remaining in the third. Ford beat him on the backhand back in the first. That was the look there for Carolina with their leading goal scorer. Even if that pops off with a glove or if any rebound, you have Jan Salak right on the doorstep. But McAnanima, no rebound. Keeps it a one-goal game. Scott Ramekers feeds it up the far half wall. Batista has it, took it away. Batista weaving it in. Solyuin jamming at it. Taken away by Nicholas Swain. Fires it to Cam Clark. Clark into the near corner. Chips it around. Clark found it. Fired it into the middle of the zone. Farmer poked it away. You had Swain, who's right in between the circles. Pass up the center ice. Clark poked it away. Clark got around Gagnon. Saved by Cavalieri. Rebound. Tosso scores. Blake Tosto, second of the series. Gives Binghamton a 2-goal advantage with 11:05 remaining. A great move by Clark to get into the zone. Shot lifted high by Sirota. Kramer will take the rebound. A great look. Cavalieri made the save. Tasso, the trailer, is just all alone. 10:40 to go here in the third period. So 4-2 Black Bears lead here in Game 3, leading by 2 in this series. Thompson shovels this one in. James Farmer feeds it up the far wall. Baker, cross ice, the direction of Salak. Drops it back for Farmer. Miscommunication on that pass with Kennedy. Gets out to the neutral zone, though, as Salak feeds Ford. Gets around one. Here's Gus Ford. A shot went wide when it grazed the near post. Salak trying to force it out to the point. Thompson holds, 9:45 to go here in the third. Bond whiffed on a pass. But Kirkby is able to recover and flip it for Kennedy to go back and take. Joe Kennedy into the attacking zone. Thunderbirds are onside, up the near wall, working against Jesse Anderson. Anderson cuts him off. Batista trying to shovel it free. Kirkby drops it back for Weber. It's Kirkby, he controls. So the neutral zone, Kirkby up the near wall for Mata, backhand glove by Cavalieri. He's going to cover. That sends us to immediate timeout. Blake Tosto has the Black Bears ahead, 4-2, 9:03 remains in the third. This is Thunderbirds hockey.
Gwin Services has been serving North Carolina for over 50 years, ensuring the safety and comfort of our customers' homes. We take pride in bringing together the best electricians, plumbers, and heating and cooling technicians to bring convenience and unbeatable value to our customers. Life can be hectic. What better way to simplify than to have one company you trust to take care of all of your home's repair needs? Since 1972, integrity and customer satisfaction have been at the heart of everything we do. We are proud to have built a name our neighbors trust, one that provides peace of mind and a service that can be relied on, today, tomorrow, and for years to come. Thank you for trusting Gwin Services with your home. We are proud to stand behind the work we do every single day to serve our friends and neighbors here in North Carolina. We are Gwin Services. One call does it all.
Back here at the Visions Veterans Memorial Arena, 9:03 remains here in the third period, which is brought to you by Culver's. And unless Carolina can score twice, that's how much remains in their season. Binghamton scoring 2 unanswered after tying the game, after Roman Kramer tied the game. Blake Tasso just made it a 2-goal game. Jesse Anderson off of the face-off win for the Black Bears. His shot was blocked, chipped along. Tasso fed it out to the neutral zone. John Batista back in, searching for Nate Keeley, and it poke checked away. Batista and Keeley trying to recover at the Black Bears logo at center ice. Anderson dumps this one in. 8:38 to go in the third period. Oliveri dumps this one in. Cavalieri leaves it for John Batista. Batista weaving his way to the outside. John Batista, shot save, rebound. Kramer tried to swat it out of the air. Almost tried to shovel it home at the near post. Farmer holds it in. The step, a shot block, got it right back. Farmer, second attempt deflected off of the end glass. Nate Keeley pokes it around. Farmer chips down. Daniel Stone will now wait and clear. Under 8 to go here in the third. White delivers a good hit on Sirota. Both of them going for the puck. But Binghamton able to control once again. Kirkby tips this one all the way down. Kennedy thought, we'll take it. Baker with a backhand. Bond will dump it right back in. 7:30 to go here in the third period in game 3. Stubbs off of a shot. Went off the glove of Cavalieri. A backhand deflected by Farmer as Thompson was crashing at the back post. White trying to weave his way in. It's held up. Kirkby just flutters it right back down. 7:13 remains in the Thunderbirds season unless they can find 2. Yuri Pestuka had a steam. A shot deflected, goes off of the kick plate and comes back out to the neutral zone as Thompson fires it back down. Keeley will race back for an icing. Here with 6:59 remaining in the third period. Masuka lined up at the top of the circles. Ford for the draw. It comes right to Masuka. His shot blocked. Thompson chops it out to the point. Clay Keeley kept it in. Gagnon down to the corner for Ford. Salak was looking for it. It was poked down. Cavalieri goes to play it. Looking for a long stretch pass. It was intercepted. A shot on goal by Tosto. Cavalieri diving, able to keep it out. Thunderbirds stay alive for now. 6:35 to go here in the third. Gagnon looks for Clay Keeley. Sends it cross ice. Petita backhand to Ford. Into the attacking zone. Ford went down. And Stone takes it into the corner. Gagnon pressuring. Petita wrapped up. Gagnon had it for a second. Salak goes out to the point. Farmer a drive. Then get all the way through. And the Black Bears able to clear as Petita gloves it down at center ice. He's got Ramacros all over him. Fentons him off. Flip the backhand to Farmer. Farmer lost it at the blue line. Delivers a good hit on Cam Clark. Petita's onside. Puts the brakes on. Drops it for Kennedy. To the outside in the backhand. Pokes it below the goal. Kennedy. For Schnapp. His shot went wide. 5:40 to go. Keeley. Cross ice. Kennedy plays it on the bank. Sends one for the far post. Ramacers tipped it free. Petita holds it in. Goes cross ice to Kennedy again. Drops it back. Clay Keeley. A shot through traffic. Deflected. Sirota banks it off for the end glass. Keeley gets to it over at the far point. Fires it for Petita. To Keeley. A shot went wide. Past the far post. Kennedy gets to it. Long shifts for both these sides here. Carolina getting changes. Sits in the corner. Slipped over to the far corner. Goes off a piece of lumber. Pass just out in front of Oliveri. Baker will go back to take it. 5 minutes remain here in the third period. Carolina trailing 4-2 here in game 3. White a shot blocked by Anderson. Stubbs in the corner with White pressuring. White finds it. Sends it back in to Gagnon. Went for a centering feed. It got deflected to Kramer. He had to glove it down, though, and it trickles wide, and Bond will flip it down ice. It will have enough for icing, and it will send us to a media timeout. 4:33 to go here in the third period. Carolina needs 2 across the final 4.5 to keep its season alive. This is Thunderbirds Hockey.
Introducing Flow Rewards, the exclusive rewards program for Flow Automotive customers. With Flow Rewards, every vehicle purchase and service visit earns you points towards future maintenance on your vehicle. To start earning and redeeming Flow Rewards points, download Flow Garage, make an account, and add your vehicle. If your account is already set up with your vehicle, you'll start earning rewards points automatically. Add family members to your household to earn Flow Rewards points together. Don't miss out. Download the Flow Garage app to start earning Flow Rewards points with your next service visit or vehicle purchase.
4:33 to go here in the third period, which is brought to you by Culver's. Binghamton with a 4-2 lead over Carolina. Trying to sweep the Thunderbirds here tonight. They're 4:33 away from their second consecutive Commissioner's Cup final. Their Commissioner's Cup. Tie up off the face-off. Carolina in the attacking zone off an ice. And Gagnon, a shot glove by McAnanama. One does Mario Cavalieri ahead to the bench with Carolina trailing by 2. He stays in his crease for now. Black Bears looking to clear. Gagnon able to keep it in. Salak flips a backhand forward, had it poked away. Binghamton able to loft it down. James Farmer flips it up the far side. Puck bounces forward to Pastuca. Couldn't hang on to it. Kirkby. Saucer a bank in all the way back for Jordan Gagnon to take. 4 minutes to go here in the third period. Ford had the puck bounce on him. It kicked right to Kirkby on a breakaway. Scores. The captain for the Black Bears. All but puts the final nail in the coffin in the 2024-25 Thunderbirds. .347 to go in the third. Here's White, saved by McAnanima, rebound popped out. That's been the story of the series. This one trickles in on Cavalieri, flips it up the far side. White trying to clear the zone. Weaver held it in for a second. It's played with a hand pass. Tyson Kirkby unassisted, 16:09 into the third. It's a 3-goal lead for the Black Bears here in Game 3. Dawson Baker in the neutral zone will feed it back for Zach White to go take. Joe Kennedy fires it to Roman Kramer, back to Kennedy. Finds Clay Keeley, tips this one in, 3:05 to go here in the third. White weaving his way, a shot lifted it high. Salak as the net is empty for Carolina. Extra attacker out there for the Thunderbirds. Keeley looking to jam one free. Oliveri banks it, hopped over the stick again. Young, this one will travel all the way down, not enough on it for icing. Salak with Farmer weaving his way into the attacking zone. To the outside. Shot deflected into the corner. Kirkby flips it back in. That's going to go wide. Gagnon will go back to take it for the Thunderbirds. 2:25 to go here in the Thunderbirds season. Gus Ford up the near wall. Ford, a shot glove by McAnanima. Steve Harrison's going to use his timeout. Well, 2:14 to go here in the third period. The Black Bears lead the Thunderbirds 5-2. This is going to sting for the Thunderbirds core, who have been to 3 straight Commissioners Cup finals, and they're 2-14 away for still going 0 for 3. Cavalieri remains at the bench. Face-off's going to come to the left of Connor McAnanima. Draw fought for, flipped out to the point. Zach White keeps it in. He has it at the blue line. Holding on the forehand. A shot didn't get all the way through. It goes to the corner. Salak, Pastuca to White, under 2 to go here in the third. Gus Ford fires it in, punched away by McAnanima. Pastuca chips it below the goal. Schnapp and Bond battle for it. You got 6 forwards out there right now for Carolina. This one sent down. It's going to go wide for an icing with 1:39 remaining. White, after a clean win, fired it to Salak. Has it at the half wall, goes out to the point. Ford, he waits, a shot deflected high. Salak gets the rebound under 90 seconds to go. Bond will clear. This one just goes wide for another icing. Thunderbirds, under the direction of their second-year head coach Steve Harrison, go to their second straight Commissioner's Cup Finals. White off of the draw. Sailed it high. Out to the point, Pastuca. Cycles it right back around, 65 to go here in the third. Stubbs will just clear. This will not have enough for icing, under a minute to go. Carolina with 41 wins in the regular season, second most points in franchise history with 124. Salak, a shot saved by McAnanima. He falls backwards and covers for 43.4. They swept the Blue Ridge Bobcats in 2 games in the quarterfinals. For the 3rd year in a row, came back from a game down against the Columbus River Dragons in the Continental Division Finals. Pastuca, one-timer, went wide. But here for the 2nd year in a row, they're going to be swept out of the Commissioner's Cup Finals by the Binghamton Black Bears, who are going to win their second. Stubbs with the net empty. Put it wide again for another icing, 24.3 to go. You wonder, for a team that has been together so long, if this will be it. I've heard a bunch of them. Pastuca rims it around. Schnapp with 18. Ford, Pastuca, shot, saved by McAnanima. Rebound loose in the slot, kick to the corner, 10 to go. For the 2nd year in a row, the Binghamton Black Bears are going to win the Commissioner's Cup. They sweep the Thunderbirds for the 2nd year in a row. As Carolina's season comes to an end in Game 3 of the Commissioner's Cup Finals. Your final score in Game 3, the Binghamton Black Bears 5 and the Carolina Thunderbirds 2. Carolina last year weren't supposed to be in the Commissioner's Cup Finals. They upset Columbus in the Continental Division Finals. Ran into a very good Black Bears team this year. It felt different for the Thunderbirds. But Binghamton, who was the best team in the league in the regular season, are the best team for the 2nd straight year in the FPHL. Thunderbirds postgame is next. This is Thunderbirds hockey.
Avis Cupcakes is once again a proud sponsor of the 24-25 Carolina Thunderbirds. And just like the Birds, they are a true fan favorite. Weddings, events, corporate, and more. Avis Cupcakes help you score and score. When the Birds are playing either home or away, stop by Avis and make your day. Win or lose, you'll cheer the same. Avis treats will sweeten every game.
Back here at the Visions Veterans Memorial Arena, Binghamton Black Bears have won the Commissioner Cup for the second year in a row. They sweep the Thunderbirds in 3 games in this best of 5. Brendan Riley with you as we get started here on Thunderbirds post-game for the final time here in 2025. Tonight, Game 3 started like Game 3 did last year, as Gus Ford opening the scoring gave the Thunderbirds a 1-0 lead through 20 minutes. CJ Stubbs then tied it in the second. Austin Thompson gave Binghamton a 2-1 lead. Roman Kramer then tied it. Zach Sirota, Blake Tosto, and Tyson Kirkby with 3 consecutive to end it as the Black Bears take this one here tonight by a final score of 5-2. They take the series 3-0, and they win their second straight Commissioner's Cup. The handshake line here for both these sides after another hard-fought series. John Battista, the captain for Carolina, the first off the ice and to the dressing room as Carolina's season comes to an end in another painful fashion. Give credit to Binghamton. They've been great each of the last 2 seasons, and they're back-to-back champions here in 2024-2025. Thunderbirds will make their way to the dressing room. You think how many for the last time as a member of the Carolina Thunderbirds? And now the offseason begins for this Thunderbirds side. Your final here in Game 3, the Black Bears 5, the Thunderbirds 2. So many guys have been fixtures in this organization for a very long time. And here in 2025, Carolina falls once again in the Commissioner's Cup Finals. They have the celebration going down in the Black Bears side. So you just see the pain and looks on the Thunderbirds' faces down as they watch Binghamton celebrate for the second straight year. Head coach Steve Harrison makes the walk. fist bumps, the 5 or 6 still on the ice, and now off-season begins. We'll wrap this up here from the Visions Veterans Memorial Arena after this. This is Thunderbirds hockey.
Flo Cadillac is a proud sponsor of the Carolina Thunderbirds. Visit 1400 South Stratford Road for a free test drive, or go online to flowcadillac.com to schedule a sales or service appointment.
Looking to exceed your real estate expectations? Meet Jennifer Sapp, passionate about real estate. Jennifer works with all clients because regardless of property value, every transaction is important to you, and that matters to her. She's been a proud sponsor of the Carolina Thunderbirds, supporting the community she loves. A consistent top producer, she's been helping people buy and renovate homes into their dream spaces. Call 336-782-3148 or visit jennifersapp.allentate.com. For over 85 years, Mustin and Crutchfield has been more than just a local market. We've been a proud part of North Carolina's heritage. When our founders started in 1938, they sourced meats from local farmers and groceries from small companies. Finding a way to stay competitive in this market has been a challenge through the years. Luckily, there are a lot of entrepreneurs, and now we have close to 50 local vendors that we feature. We're proud to partner with the Carolina Thunderbirds as a local sponsor, celebrating community values both on and off the ice. Mustin and Crutchfield, your hometown local grocer.
Whitey, what are you doing? We gotta go. Dude, what do I do with my dog? Oh, just take him to the pet barn.
For reasonable prices on grooming, boarding, and dog daycare, choose the Pet Barn, located at 7844 Blues Creek Road in Blues Creek. The Pet Barn, proud partners of the Carolina Thunderbirds.
Back here at the Visions Veterans Memorial Arena for the final time here this year. Carolina falls in Game 3 of the Commissioner's Cup Final by a final score of 5-2. They are swept out of the Commissioner's Cup Finals for the second year in a row. Binghamton wins their second championship in a row. Brendan Riley with you one final time here this season here on Carolina Thunderbirds TV and on WTOB. Connor McAnanimo is announced as your finals MVP. But another season that sees Carolina win the Continental side and work their way all the way to the Commissioner's Cup Finals. But they fall again here to the Binghamton Black Bears this year. Carolina 41 wins, 124 points in the regular season, second most in their franchise history behind the 18-19 team. They went on a 15-game win streak throughout the regular season, second longest in franchise history. This team won the Continental side in the regular season. They won it in the playoffs. And a lot of great memories here once again for the Carolina Thunderbirds this year. But now the off-season comes as this group of guys, this group of 21, 22 guys who went on this journey together. Yes, will pieces come back? But these group of guys will never be in the same dressing room together ever again. It was a long journey that started in mid-October in Port Huron, Michigan. And it comes to an end here on May 9th. A big thank you for tuning in all season long here on Thunderbirds TV and on WTOB. Second year in a row, it's been an absolute pleasure to have you join me every weekend and bring you Thunderbirds hockey. A big thank you to Carrie and Lisa Ross, Rick Chaikin, owners. Big thank you to everyone that works behind the scenes at the Thunderbirds for putting on Great show every weekend. It was a great year. We had a lot of fun. But tonight it comes to an end in Binghamton, New York. See what happens next year here for the Carolina Thunderbirds. And see what the 2025-2026 season will bring for this side that has been there, just have not been able to get over the top. Their final once again, Black Bears 5, Thunderbirds 2. They sweep the Thunderbirds in 3 games in the Commissioner's Cup final. So that's going to do it here for us this season. Thank you for everyone for tuning in and joining me here. It's been a great honor to hold this position and bring these stories and games to life for you. Something that been nothing but a joy, but even still, only one team can win it, and for this year, it's the team in black and green. Enjoy your summer, and remember, come October, hockey will be back in Winston-Salem, and the Thunderbirds will be back. Stay tuned for the schedule release, roster updates, all that coming up throughout the course of the summer. But for the final time here this year, Brendan Riley saying so long from Binghamton. Enjoy the rest of your Friday night.